Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, everybody? Champ and the Tramp, episode Deuce, right?
Deucey.
22, here we go.
Getting up there, Frank. We're getting up there.
We are. We're legal to drink now. Well, we've been 2 years now, or a year.
Yeah. Shit, we was drinking. You was fucking when you was 13, boy. He was probably drinking when you was 11.
An early bloomer. Yo, just bored.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick.
BJ Surf _signs on Instagram reached out to us, made a dope ass surfboard for the room. We got to figure out how to hang it up and everything.
We're gonna hang it up there high. Let's pick it up.
Check you guys out.
People. This guy, he builds them for a lot of he builds them for a lot of backyards. You know, if you got like a gazebo in your backyard, a little backyard bar or something by your pool, which I don't have because I got a little house. But Frankie could use one of these in his backyard. But this guy builds these custom signs. He'll build it any which way you want it, and he built us one for the Champ and the Tramp room. So we're gonna hang this up soon. But for now, I'll put it off to the side. You surf, by the way? You're a Jersey boy.
I surfed probably 3 years ago for the first time. We took lessons, but I never surfed.
Shit, you did surf once. I remember you when you were in the house with BJ Penn.
No, that wasn't surfing, bro.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was kayaking.
Oh, fuck, it was kayaking. All right,
yeah.
all right.
I got set up, bro. I was fucked up.
Yeah, bro. He lives on an island. He probably doesn't.
Bro, his fucking ancestors found Hawaii on kayaks. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Did you lose that one?
Yeah, I did. Dude, I was doing, listen.
All the challenges, though, you won overall, right?
I won all the fights. My guys all won the fights.
No. But you and BJ, all the challenges you had to do, who won?
There's only one challenge.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, it's only one.
There was a few. Okay.
Well, I was doing good. We were doing it straightaway. I'm right there. I think I was in front of him a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
It was like I don't know how long, 400 meters or whatever. Yeah. But then you had to get to a part where you had to turn the boat. Dude, I kept going straight. I'm like, what the fuck? He whipped around that thing, no problem.
That's when you gotta drag your paddle on the one side, right? Whip it around.
I guess. That's why I fucked that up a little bit.
It's like a brake. You use it as a brake, sort of, yeah.
But, so let's talk about
sex, baby. Let's talk about you and.
But
was that awkward for you?
It was.
Was it?
It was. Like, what's that one? Oh man, Drop Dead Fred. Remember? Yeah. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
Take your shirt off.
Baby,
you know I ain't taking my shirt off. I got a little fat.
That was 80s or 90s?
I'm guessing 90s, I would say. That's Right Said Fred?
Right Said Fred. Or Drop Dead Fred? No, Right Said Fred.
That was a
Drop
movie.
Dead Fred was a good movie. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
Fuck. Freddie? Was that Freddie Prinze?
No, Freddie Prinze.
I forget who that was. It was a good movie.
That was good.
I barely remember the premise, but yeah, it was definitely Right Said Fred. And weren't they kind of like the European Milli Vanilli almost? Wasn't it two bald guys?
Yeah, two bald guys. That's the only song I know of them.
Milli and Vanilli. What a Milli Vanilli.
Can I get your number?
What a crazy story that was.
Bro, they were lip syncing.
I know, and that was the big fraud. But one died. One became a bad drug addict.
Oh,
died.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, one guy died.
Was that like VH1 Hollywood Stories?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro.
When you getting yours?
When
you getting yours?
I'm not famous enough. You are though.
No
I might do one on you.
No
You're gonna
way.
Renee gonna leave your ass. You're gonna start doing heroin. Move to a zoo where they fucking. Beat tigers and shit, and you're going to become a little slave boy, and they're going to do a VH1 exclusive on you in about 10 years. Hey,
speaking of, the fucking tiger documentary, they're talking about a show, and supposedly, who's going to play Joe Exotic?
Matthew McConaughey?
No. Nicolas Cage.
No, that would be
Dude,
good.
It looks good. He looks
bro,
like
he's
it.
crazy.
He looks
he's
like
a shithouse rat.
He looks
anyway.
more Tiger King-ish than the Tiger King.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's crazy. Cage is crazy.
He had some good roles, though, back in the day.
He's a great actor, but he's crazy. You ever see that one? He was like coked out of his brain. He got into a a fist fight altercation in front of one of the Vegas hotels with. It was like the leader of Motley Crue or what's his name? What's the guy's
Not Tommy Lee.
No. He was the drummer. Maybe it wasn't Motley Crue. Anyway, he was fucking whacked out of his fucking tree. I can never think of names when I'm down here. If you asked me upstairs, I would remember it.
Huh? It's like you're in an interrogation room.
I know. I feel I get dumber.
Bring you a soda, smoke, and a cigarette.
Will that help me?
I don't know.
Maybe.
But where were we going with that?
Well, you were just saying that they're casting it for.
Casting it for that. Who? So Nicolas Cage. Who do you think's gonna play Carol Baskin?
God, Carol.
Who would be a good? I know. Well, I don't know. She might be a little too old now. I don't know. She would be great at it. Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates is a great actress.
Yeah.
I love Kathy Bates.
Oh yeah.
I love.
She'd
Kathy
be good
Bates.
for that role, right?
Yeah, Kathy Bates would be good. Yeah. Yep. Her best role.
You could definitely play the tall guy that just sucked dick for meth. You could play that part.
That guy that shot himself.
Yeah. No, you know, by the way, if there's another episode of Tiger King on, and did I say this last time?
It's not really an episode. It's the one.
Like
where
they're interviewing. Joel McHale interviews them, but he interviews the one, the campaign manager,
I saw
and he's the one that said that
he's gay too. I didn't know he was gay. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that surprising at this point?
He just didn't strike me as a gay guy, but yeah. He's like I wasn't Joe's type, Joe Exotic's type.
Yeah, right.
Like,
it definitely wasn't.
He's like, I aged out. I was like 30 and everybody else is like 17, 18.
Right. But he was saying that the guy surprised himself. He didn't think it was a bullet in there. That's what he thinks. Yeah. So he didn't intentionally kill himself.
You didn't really get that vibe from the movie.
No,
like
they made it seem like he killed himself because he was just sick of sucking dick.
Because Joe Exotic wouldn't let him off the zoo, wouldn't let him off.
What do you mean, bro?
He was, they were saying that, I mean, listen, if you control, listen, you could definitely get on. It's not like he was in a prison, but he made it hard for him to get off the compound. Basically, is the way they explained it. He bought him his vehicles, basically gave him toys to stay on the compound, his quads, his guns, gave him enough money to get high and shit, but not enough money where he could really leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The craziest part about that was that kid's mother came to like the funeral. Remember Joe Exotic like sang a song at the funeral and shit, and was a month later, like a month later,
he got married again
to another guy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I mean,
Jesus
come on, dude.
Christ.
The fuck?
That's crazy.
Who's the guy that wears the do rag under the hat? He's got the young hot babysitter.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name, but
Jeff.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson just play him.
That's really good. Yeah. White Man Can't Jump. Woody Harrelson.
Oh, bro, fucking great.
He's a great actor. Hang on. I'm gonna bust you out a line from that. I'm gonna bust you out a line from White Man Can't Jump.
It must be from his character, I imagine.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson. Remember when they're what
was his name?
Bro,
Sydney's.
No, Sydney was the other guy.
I know.
Wesley Snipes, right?
Yep. Sydney, and then Billy Hoyle.
And Rosie.
Hey, Billy.
Rosie was in there.
Rosie Perez. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes in there at one point when they're doing the one-on-one. He says to him, "Shut your anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, overdose, Dick Gregory, bohemian, diet drinking ass up."
Wesley Snipes said that to him. Yeah. That's pretty good. What made you remember that?
I don't fucking know.
Did you say it to somebody ever?
Would I say it now? No.
Have you ever said it?
Back when the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recited that shit. How many years ago did that movie come out?
93,
yeah,
maybe.
Bro. Yeah.
That was a great flick, though.
It was a great flick, yeah. Yep.
I heard them talking about doing something again, but leave it alone, right?
Yeah.
Something got to leave it alone.
Dude, actually, you know what ever seen a sequel that's as good as the first one? I don't think I ever have.
Godfather, maybe.
Yeah,
Godfather,
maybe. I don't know. I'm not even sure about that, but I just think most of the time you got to leave them alone. The classic.
What about Rockies? To me, I'll be honest, I love all of them. I'm a big Rocky guy. But Rocky 1 is still the best.
They say Rocky 5 was the worst.
Yeah, I think
when they brought Tommy
and Morrison.
Tommy Morrison in, they say that was the worst one.
Yeah, but I think the best one for like a movie, not a fighting movie, just a movie, period. It won Best Picture, too, was the first one.
Well, the first one was when he fought, not the Russian.
Fought Creed, very first one.
Oh, Creed, and then
he
Mr. T.
No, he fought Creed, then he fought Creed in 2.
Right.
Then he fought Mr. T in 3,
and then
he fought Russian in 4, and then he fought Tommy Morrison in the street.
Yep.
I ain't hear no bell.
Yeah.
One more round.
Let's go, Rock.
Hell yeah. So speaking of Rocky, there you go. Demolition Man 2 is coming out.
No.
Yeah.
He's too old, bro.
Nah, bro. What
Demolition Man wasn't even one of his great movies,
dude. That's a fucking cult classic.
It's good, but
it's a cult classic. It's great.
You think that's one of his best? I think of all his.
Oh no, there's
Cobra's better.
Yeah, but no.
Cliffhanger's better.
No, Cliffhanger's definitely not better.
Come on. You really?
Cliffhanger's definitely not better. Cobra's just a different movie. Cobra's more of like a real old school 80s fucking 90s cop flick. Demolition Man's like a funny movie.
I can remember lines from that too. Remember when he pulls up to the gangbangers? He's like, "What is Ping Chang, motherfucker?"
Yeah, that his gun in that movie's dope.
That's the Desert Eagle, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't
I think
know.
it was like a gold-plated Desert
His
Eagle.
car was dope in that movie. What
Gold,
was
yeah.
that?
It was like a-
like a Cobra. It was a Cobra. Yeah, it was like an old school Cobra, right, or something like
Was
that.
it Mustang?
I don't know. No, like a Cobra Shelby.
Oh,
Wasn't
that's
it?
a Mustang.
No, I don't think.
Shelby made the Mustang.
Yeah, Shelby made a Mustang, but I think Cobra is different. I think it came on later or some shit.
I don't think Cobra's a car. I think Cobra's a type of Mustang. I think.
Maybe I'm thinking Shelby. Maybe I mixed it up.
Maybe.
Shelby made cars, and then they teamed up with
I thought the
Ford.
movie was
Did
called
you see that?
Cobra because it wasn't his last name Cobretti or something like that?
Maybe. I
forget.
thought the car was a
I
Cobra.
don't fucking know.
It was a dope car. It was
We
old
should
school. Maybe it
not.
wasn't
We
a
should
Cobra.
not do movie reviews.
No, I don't give a fuck. No. But you don't think Demolition Man, dude? That's great for the times.
Would I watch it? Fuck yeah,
Dude, Wesley Snipes in that was great too.
He was great. He was great. Yeah, he was great.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
he was better.
It was a good concept too.
Wesley Snipes was better as the what's it called? Blade. The Blade series.
No, Blade. Yeah,
He was great in Blade. Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
You know, that was that supposedly like the Marvel Studios that kept Marvel Studios like
Going?
afloat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was Marvel
Yep.
related. No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the Daywalker.
Oh yeah.
You know, comic book character.
Yeah.
So
Hit me, Frank. Hit me. What
I got some stuff here.
Frank
I
put
got
some
stuff.
topics in his phone.
All right,
everybody.
this is one thing I was talking about.
All right. Who was you talking about it with?
My wife, but myself first.
Do you find that on most topics, whether it be political, religious, just social events going on current, do you find that you guys are usually on the same page or you disagree a lot?
We are on the same page, but for the most part.
Really?
But like,
Is there a
I'm
subject
trying to be careful
Is there
here
a
how I
subject
answer this.
matter that you steer away from just because you know you're gonna butt heads?
No,
on
no,
it?
she's just very extremist, you know. And I'm not saying like none of her stuff it could be real. I'm kind of with her. I'm always into different thoughts. I'm very open minded. So, but I'm not willing to say, yep, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm open minded, but
Right.
I'm also open minded both ways.
You're
She's kind of like hell bent on what she wants to believe, and I'm not saying it's wrong. And maybe it's right,
You
but
go with plausible. It's plausible.
correct,
Right, okay.
plausible. I mean, anything is really plausible.
Well,
anything. I know, not according to you,
You
but
could be-
anything's fucking
Nah,
plausible.
Hey, listen, you could be straight. You could be. It's plausible.
Motherfucker, this guy wishes. He's wishing. He wants me to. He made me put on a fucking little Navy suit. All right. He wants me to get my fucking nails painted pink.
That's PG.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna win those fights. I was looking at him again today. I feel confident. I'm gonna win.
I even forgot. I'm
gonna win those fights.
I
I'm
don't think we're
confident.
gonna be able to get back to our fucking salon days, buddy.
I'm confident. I'm confident. Listen, I don't care. You can. I really want you to do it in a salon because I want you to have public embarrassment. And I'm sure.
Why would I be embarrassed? You're easily embarrassed.
you want
me,
me to-
not so much.
You first of all, you've never been in a salon in your life, have you?
No.
So you'll just march in there, and be like, full Manny, full Petty, paint them pink, like nothing.
Yeah, but like I don't want them taking like the.
I want you to
listen.
you to use the words Manny and Petty.
All right, what I'll do it all. No, but listen, I don't want them taking like the hard skin off my feet. Like, don't fuck with my feet. I need that. You know what I mean? I'm dead serious. Don't be fucking with that.
A hard skin on my beat. All right. Well, clarify. Don't use the cheese grater on
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah. Like I need.
You know who had the worst feet ever
Flintstone
on a
feet.
TV show I've ever seen? I don't know what.
Wait,
real
what? How
know
you
who
looking
the-
at people's feet on TV
Oh,
shows?
bro, Robin Big, when he took Big.
Oh, yeah. That was
gay,
great, man.
bro.
That's a shame. Huh?
I
That guy,
love
he was
those
great.
guys.
He was
They
great.
were the perfect fucking combo. They were perfect.
He was quiet. I met him a couple times at UFC
Same,
fights. Yeah.
Same. I met him in a couple UFC fights. You know who was with him one night? Fucking this kid. I think it was your fight. I know it was in Newark, and I think it was the fight where. Remember Johnny Bones broke his toe and his fucking
Against Chael, yeah.
The bone was
that was in
sticking out?
Jersey. That was in Jersey.
Yeah, that was that fight. I remember that. And Johnny Football was sitting with Big.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel. This is when Manziel was the shit, and everybody was playing for Texas Titans, I think, right?
No, the Browns, wasn't he?
I thought it was Texas Titans. I don't know.
Johnny Manziel got drafted to the Browns.
Yeah, but before that, college, when he was huge in college. He was huge when he was his biggest. He was in college, so it wouldn't have been the Texas Titans. It was
Texas U&M or
maybe it was-
A&E or
yeah,
fucking
A&E.
A&M or
Yeah, that's what it
something.
was, yeah.
A&E.
So
A&E.
it was
Fucking
his
A&E is like TV show.
Yeah, shut up. It was his college days because he was fucking huge in college.
Right.
He didn't really do well.
Well,
when he got drafted.
right.
He didn't do what they thought he was going to do. So anyway, Johnny Manziel was sitting with him, and I don't follow fucking traditional sports. I don't follow them at all. And this kid comes over. I was there with a buddy. I was there with my buddy Scott. And this kid comes over and he's like, "Yo, what's up, Johnny? You know Johnny Football or whatever." He's like,
he called himself Johnny Football.
Yeah. Wow. Shook my hand and shit. He's like, "You guys want to come out tonight? Me and Big are going to the fucking club in New York." And Scott and I was married not married, but I was with Jenny at the time and shit. I knew there was no fucking chance I was going. I had like a boys' night out to go to the fights, and that was it. But I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." I'm looking at Scott like, "You want to go?" He's like, "I'll go." Meanwhile, Scott had been through rehab, fucking didn't drink no more, nothing. But. And then as soon as he walked away, I was like, "Who the fuck was that?"
So wait a minute, guess what? You're just saying to any random dude, "Yeah, sure, let's go, fucking rage on, bro."
But I wasn't going. I knew I wasn't going. I was just saying that I was going because I knew who Big was, and I knew he was sitting with Big.
Yeah. So you figured he's somebody.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He probably fucking wowed out that night.
Who's a big shot you ever hung out? I got a couple good stories. Let me tell you another one. Then we'll think about a big shot story who you've hung out with. It's a celebrity or whatever. Jenny and I went to Ireland for the EMAs, which is like the European version of the.
It's like the bootleg ones.
It's like the European Movie Awards. It's like the
MTV ones.
Right. So we went over there. We stayed in Belfast, and they presented her, and Nicole presented some award or whatever, and all the big celebs were there. Well, somehow I don't know how it happened. I think most of us were staying in the same hotel. We end up going to a strip club with Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Right?
Wait. Where? In Belfast? Strip club? You and Jenny?
Me and Jenny and a bunch of other people. It was a whole bunch of people. But it was Bieber when he was just coming on the scene and just like he had a couple like huge pop songs out. He was super young, no tattoos or nothing. He just kept calling me the tattoo guy. He said, "Go," and he kept asking me all about tattoos. Like,
really?
Yeah, he was like infatuated with tattoos.
That's funny.
But bro, listen. It was a male strip club.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, bro. Don't ask me how we ended up there. I didn't make the call.
And you guys are questioning why this guy's putting in fucking these outfits.
I didn't make the call.
What do you mean you didn't make the call?
I think Jenny and Selena wanted to fucking go, and they were underage. Fucking yeah.
I think if I walked and I'd see fucking, I'm turning around, bro. I'm turning around.
Oh, you got some phobias, man. I don't have phobias.
I don't have phobias. It's not my place, you know. I'm saying just like you feel a little. I don't actually. If you feel out of sort when you're walking and see girls,
there was different. Yeah, there was different areas of it. I don't remember actually seeing any swinging dicks. I just remember it was male. We were there for like 10 minutes. Then we went to some other club, and who the fuck was there? They were hanging out with us. LMFAO. Remember LMFAO? They
wear spandex and big hair and shit, right?
Yeah. They were there. That we ended up hanging. They were performing, and then they came. And sat with us and chilled with us a little bit, and all I can remember was, obviously Selena and see, I get dumber when I'm down here. Fucking Bieber.
Your wife, no, Jenny?
Bieber. They were way underage, but they were drinking, and I remember for whatever reason, Selena had a glow stick and bit into it, and the fucking shit went in her mouth, and Jenny's like scooping it out of her mouth.
Wow.
Fucking glow stick shit, yeah.
Did you get to touch any of that glow stick stuff?
No, bro. At the time, she was probably like fucking 15, you asshole.
No.
She was definitely
not that. How old is she?
No, this is a long time ago, bro.
Couldn't be that long ago.
A decade ago.
10 years ago?
Probably
so like 2010? No.
Jenny and I got together in 2010, so it might have been maybe 11.
Okay, 11.
Something like that.
So how old is she?
I don't fucking know, bro. Stop being a perv.
She's 30 probably.
Stop being a perv.
So 10 years.
She ain't 30.
You don't think she's 30?
Mm-mm.
No? Mm. Okay. Maybe then that's
Bieber was young as shit, bro.
Listen. Stop being a perv. You walked in a fucking male strip club with Justin Bieber.
Wasn't my pick, bro. Wasn't my pick.
And underage girl. So
all right. Yeah, I put it out there. I'm comfortable with it. I'm not worried about it. Ever hang out with any celebs, like in any kind of like?
I really hung out. I spoke to the Jets one time.
Yeah, you did a
motivational speech. And then I went to the
game.
You
get nervous doing that? I
was fucking so nervous, bro.
Yeah.
This was like my first like
pretty big speaking
game.
Or you prep?
I prepped, but I prepped kind of. I prepped. It's my first time doing it, so I prepped.
You bring it all back to your personal life or your professional life or a little both?
I did just professional life. Yeah. It was more about I just won the title and this and that. I was the champ and how I got there, the ups and downs to get there, stuff like that. This was early. I mean, this was 10 years ago almost, like 9 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I remember going up there, and Rex Ryan was the coach. He's a fucking good dude, man.
Yep.
Real motivational guy, player's coach from what I hear,
Okay.
And I remember I'm sitting in the way back, and they don't know I'm there. And I guess Rex starts introducing me, showing some highlights of me. And they're like, and he's like, he's here in the back. He's like, come talk to you. And everyone, it's a big ass dude's like, oh shit, no shit. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers are impressed by me. I was surprised, you know.
Awesome, man.
But it was cool. Plus they won.
Yeah.
But the next day we went to the game.
You do look bigger on TV.
I do, yeah, definitely. Hey.
Listen, man, you're fucking. We were just talking about it upstairs. I thought he was like 5'8", he's 5'6". I'm 6'4". I still wouldn't fight the guy. So.
So we went to the game the next day, and James Gandolfini we were sitting with,
bro,
and he was cool, man.
Legend, bro.
We were on the field.
He used to have a place down here at the shore because he used to go into that place, that pizzeria on Manilokin Road. There's pictures of him in there.
I don't know, But yeah, him and you know, we're sitting there. We were both sitting a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, my son probably definitely knows who you are," you know. And I remember some people, me and him took a picture, and people were screaming, "Tony, Tony, hey, Tony!" And he's like, "You're lucky, man." He's like, "You get to make a living, and you know, not that many people fuck with you." He didn't like the attention. Not that he was rude or anything, but he didn't like all that attention. And I heard that from a couple people.
It's tough, man. I mean, not I wouldn't ever compare myself to that level, but what do you do when you're on his level? Where do you fucking go where people aren't going to come up to you? You got to go to like a private island, you know? I mean, he was on the biggest. I mean,
you know, a football game is not private, you know?
Well, yeah.
It just sucks. You want to do those things.
He was there with no security?
Yeah, no. I mean, we were in like, I don't know if we were in maybe a certain section maybe or something, but.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a blessing and a curse, I'm sure, in many ways.
I met Shaq, too, another time.
Bro, that's the biggest
Shaq, he's a Jersey guy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not one to take pictures of people. I'm just not that guy, you know? Like, you know, it's cool. If I meet you, it's cool, you know? If we take a picture, it's cool. But, like, Ali, I was like, bro, take a picture with him. So he's like, bro, my guy wants to take a picture. And I'm definitely a Shaq fan. He's a fucking Jersey guy, this and that. And I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "I was like, let's take a picture." He's like, "All right." He's like, "Let me pick you up over my head." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Let me pick you up over my head." I'm like, "Fuck no, bro! Don't picking me up over your head."
That's a good story,
he's
bro.
Like, "Come on, baby, Jersey, baby." I'm like, "Hell no."
That's a good fucking story, bro.
So I didn't let him.
It's just not your personality, bro.
I'm like, "Fucking pick me up." I'm looking at a little fucking baby in your hands.
Have a couple more drinks by the end of this. By the end of this podcast, I'm gonna pick you up over my head.
Nice and light too, svelte.
Oh shit, that's a good story.
Yeah, that was funny.
Who's the coolest celeb you ever met?
Kevin James was cool. I mean, I don't know. I never really hung out with people like that. I don't think. In passing, I met quite a few.
Yeah. Well, it's always in passing. I mean,
but sometimes you were fucking feeding, you know, taking out candlestick wax out of Selena Gomez's mouth. I mean, come on, that's not just
glow stick. And I wasn't doing it. Jenny was doing it.
You were taking pictures. I know.
Fucking idiot.
Oh man, but no. Who else did I meet? Dennis Rodman actually.
Oh yeah,
I met him real quick. He was like wearing makeup and sequin shirt and shit. It's pretty funny.
Do you think that was strictly for attention, or do you think that's like his legit personality?
I mean, he's been doing it for years. This was probably 2014. I mean, he's been doing that since '98.
Who was the hot broad he married? They didn't last long.
Carmen Electra.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you're not watching the fucking Bulls thing, and it's all being covered.
I know. She's in that?
Well,
he's with her.
It's just at one point. I forget what season. Maybe 97, 98. He just had a breakdown. He's like, "Oh, I need time off. Right. I need time off."
Right.
And Phil Jackson's kind of like he's like a hippie type coach. You know what I mean? So he was like, "All right, go ahead." And Michael Jordan was like, "Listen, this guy leaves. We're not fucking getting him back.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get him back." Because they know he was kind of a little, but they said on the court they said Dennis Rodman did everything he was supposed to. Yep. Like he knew like very intelligent, always hustled, always played hard, always did the right thing.
Crazy defensive skills.
Yeah,
right?
defensive. You know, offense. They said he was a very good basketball player. You know, always held himself accountable on the court. Off the court, a little different. You know, so I guess he.
Iverson was very similar to that. No, wasn't Iverson extremely difficult off the court, but played like fucking exceptional?
Nah, he was just a kid. But let me get back to this. Quit fucking with me. So
if I can run in your mouth, I'll pick you up over my head and take a picture.
Yeah. So, you
lost your train of thought?
Yeah, Rodman, right?
Rodman,
Rodman wanted to go. He needed time away. They said, "All right, go away." So I guess 20. It was supposed to be 24 hours. He could get a 24-hour pass to go do what he wants.
What's the point in even going?
He went to Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. I guess he fucking met Carmen Electra or whatever, and he was there like fucking 3 or 4 days. Jordan had to go and get him.
No shit. You think that's real?
That's
is it a documentary?
This is a documentary, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
They had to go and get him. Carmen Electra was there when she's like, I hid under the covers.
Of all the people and all the money behind the Bulls organization, the fucking ultimate superstar had to be the one to go get him. Isn't that crazy though?
But I'm saying, but think about it, Jordan. This is like I believe this was 97, 98 season. Whatever season was, the championship was on the line. This is a fucking guy. This is my guy. Right. He's a big part of this team.
True.
I want to win. Jordan was the most competitive dude in the world. He wants to win. He's like, I'm gonna go get this motherfucker. I have to do it myself. I'll do it.
If that actually happened, that's very telling of how competitive it was.
Oh, bro, Jordan.
And it probably did. If it's in
they say that Phil Jackson, he coached Jordan and Kobe. Right? He said those are the two most competitive people he ever met in his life. He said, but Kobe turned it off once he left the practicing games. Right. They say Jordan, competitive, always.
Doesn't matter what he was doing.
Yeah, always.
Wow.
Yeah, I respect that a lot.
Yeah, fuck it.
So, here, back to what I was saying.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, Frank.
Raj, I'm going to call you Arwow. Can I Arwow?
Fucking see. Got a drink in him. Let's before you get to your subject matter, since you got it written down, I don't have anything written down. Let's talk about that. You just called me Arwow. My son turned 4 today.
Fucking happy birthday, Grayson,
man. Dude, I'm so obsessed with both my kids, but that little guy just impresses me so much. So, on a positive note, I try to keep it positive. My go-to is onwards and upwards, as you know. Danielle and I were invited up to Zach's and Jenny's. We didn't have to go technically on paper and on by legal custody, all that fucking bullshit, which is nice to supersede that when you can. We split the birthdays, but she invited us. She invited us up. So we all spent the day. I mean, I worked all day and then got up there around 4:30, and I just got here a half hour ago or so. So we got to spend the day, the 4 of us and the 2 kids, and she had bounce houses in the backyard. It was an exceptional, really good day. So, yeah.
It always makes it
better. If you want to call me Arwow now, buddy, I don't take offense.
Okay. I'm just saying. Maybe, No, man. I'm
yeah, go ahead. Go. You can't offend me.
No.
You can't offend me. No. You can't offend me.
No, that's that. Honestly, that's cool.
Yeah.
I come from divorced parents, and it wasn't really like that, Maybe later on when we got older, obviously you have kids and everything's cool, and we've definitely had some things together and this and that, but it just makes it easier, man. And really, it should be for your kids.
It's been about a year since we've been, separated, and if it can keep going at this rate, I just see bigger and better things in the future, and I pray that it does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You and maybe Zach could go camping together or something.
He's a good dude, man. Like I've met Zach maybe I don't know 4 or 5 times. Not an extremely talkative guy. He's kind of a little on the reserve side, so it's kind of hard to get him to open up. Today, I was there for hours and hours. Probably the most I've ever talked to the guy. I have nothing bad to say about this. He's a good dude. Seems to be a good dude to me. Very good dude. He's good to my kids. Jenny and him seem to have a good relationship. I don't have a bad word to say about the dude. Seems like
it's easier that way, and as long as they're happy, your kids, it makes a better environment for your kids.
I look at it as that the happier she is, the freer I can be with my life, because usually happy transcends to happy. You know what I mean? So
for sure, like I said, positive all around for you, for your kids. It makes it easier.
And I'm happy for him, genuinely. Was no awkwardness or uncomfortableness.
No, you're not. I mean, dude, you moved on quick. I think
I did.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you seemed like
got over
it quick.
Yeah. It was never. We talked about this, and I don't want to get back into it because I don't think that's fair to the other side. We talked about it episode 1. I don't want to backtrack. But it was never the divorce or the separation that killed me. It was, it was how ugly it got outside of that, and that is just as much my fault as anybody's. I take, I'm past it. It just got super ugly.
You approached it like an adult quickly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people hold on to grudges and resentment. I feel like I don't feel that from you.
Do I think that it has the potential to get ugly again? Sure, it does.
Well,
because
whenever you have,
there's a personality clash there between our personalities.
Plus, you have passion for your kids. That's
right.
Like I go say, well, would you ever get? I'll never. I'll probably never get a fight again.
But I don't
Someone
think
fucks with my kids, they're gonna fight. The passion that you have for your kids makes you do dumb shit.
I don't believe I'll engage in that. I may take it and just read it, hear it, whatever, and I'm not going to engage. I think there's a way that you have to act to rise above that and have a positive outlook in the best thing for your kids. And I think we're both on that page now. It's possible it could go fucking totally left and go a different direction. It's possible, sure, it always is. Yeah. You got kids, you got, those are emotional things. Dude, I'm such a softie now, man. I'm such a fucking softie.
You cry? You cry a lot?
Bro, dude, Melanie, I love both my kids equally, clearly. Love them to death, but very different personalities. Monty's more the whiner. She's more the manipulator of the system. She'll whine just to get what she wants. I can, I call it fake crying.
Right.
Grayson doesn't do that much. He's more genuine, I guess, and
maybe
more
a chick thing, maybe.
Bro,
too?
he didn't want me to leave, and actually, when he got to the car, Jenny came out, and because he was like hugging me, he wanted to come to Daddy's or whatever. Not that he doesn't love his mom. There's no dig at his mom. It was just he was just in that moment for whatever. And she came out and was like, "Can you guys come back in?" They're pretty upset. Maybe just stay for like another 5 minutes. I thought that was extremely nice of her. She did it. She did that for her children.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I went back in, and oh, dude, he hugged me. It was like, bro, I had a tear fucking run down. I'm such a fucking wuss now with kids.
That's cool, man.
I'm such a wuss. I'm such a wuss. But he's coming. I'll have him tomorrow. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I didn't bring any of his presents or anything up there because. The cool thing about coming from a divorced family is you get two of everything.
2 days, 2
so
days.
This weekend we're gonna have another one for him.
That's cool.
Nothing over the top.
Right.
He's pretty simplistic. He doesn't. He gets one little toy and he's
most kids
cool
are.
with it,
Most kids are. I mean, shit. Yeah. You don't know better. They don't know better at that age.
Right. But I look at both my kids now, and I'm happy for this, but it does make me a little worried. I mean, bro, I didn't get much as a kid. I grew up in a little town in Maine. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have. And my kids get fucking everything. And I'm like, am I doing them a disservice? Am I doing them a disservice?
Sometimes you don't know. I think, too, just the nature.
I discipline them.
I do think even kids that maybe don't have much get stuff nowadays.
Maybe,
you know what I mean?
Maybe,
I think it's such a consumer generation, or, people are just buy shit even when they don't need it.
Right.
You see so many different,
Amazon gets shipped to your door. For no shipping fees, no nothing. You don't even have to go to the store anymore. For $14.99, you can get a cool toy for your kid the next day,
Right. In all demographics of income, I think people are just over getting shit. I think it's just like it's the overdo it era. You know what I mean? Like everything's.
You think your kids are spoiled?
Definitely, 100%. It's not like we try not to spoil them, but the grandparents spoil them. And we both come from divorced parents.
Yeah.
My father's passed, but I had my parents, and I did have my father when he was around.
Right.
And her parents have. 2 sets of parents, and they fucking all spoil them. They all compete to spoil the kids. It's just not good.
We bounce
But what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, right. Right.
Tell my fucking parents. We try to tell my parents only so many gifts for Christmas. Only so many. We tell all of them the same shit, and they all slip a couple of extra ones in there.
But that's kind of what grandparents do because they can give them back. They can give them back.
When you got grandparents that could they from four sets of grandparents that can do that. It's not good.
My dad got soft. I see, how he is with the grandkids now, and I'm like, bro, when I was a kid, you would have never done that shit. My dad.
I'm sure that's how. I'm sure. Well, that's how we'll be.
Grandparents get soft. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, my kids are. I mean, definitely spoiled. I crap the whip. Crap. I crack the whip when I have to, for sure.
I think you have to. Kids need discipline. Yeah. People need discipline. People want discipline a little bit. Yeah. Kind of get orders good.
Oh, people, listen, man, I don't know about
discipline,
but people like to be sheep. They do. Look what's going on right now.
We're
living in a fucking world of sheep, bro.
I don't know.
I see how Hitler gained power so fast. If you just come from an authoritarian
we all want to group together.
Yeah, people like, yes, I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say. You have to question authority a little bit, and you do.
Well, in school they tell you not to question authority. I think that's what's wrong.
I think there was a day and a time where there was more integrity in authority than there is now. I think you do need to question authority.
Okay, here, all right. This is kind of perfect for what I was trying to say.
Shoot, Frank. Go.
All right. All right, everything's fake news, right?
Well, not everything.
I know, but you hear fake news. So what's going on right now is going to eventually be our history and especially our kids' history. Mm-hmm. Right? So what history are they going to learn?
Right.
From whose perspective are they going to learn it?
Good point.
So that means, is it fake history? Are they going to learn fake history? Or are they going to learn real?
Good point. However, were we learning fake history?
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Christopher Columbus?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I think fake news has been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, well,
is our history real? Is our history even real? That's what I'm trying to say.
Is it done? Was it honest mistakes back then?
I don't
know. As opposed to people just trying to get numbers now.
Let me play devil's advocate, okay?
Okay, go ahead, Frank.
All right, first, we grew up, Christopher Columbus was a hero when we grew up, when we were young. Oh, he sailed in 1492 he sailed the ocean blue and he discovered America and he broke bread with the Indians. Yeah. Then we come to find out he's a fucking murderer, a rapist, and all this stuff. Just almost an evil person. They paint him.
I didn't know rapist, but
no, well, they said that's what they say. So anyway,
brought the European diseases, took over land,
all this stuff, right? And with no disregard to the natives, right? So now, is that the case? Are we just in a era that wants to paint this guy a bad way, and now they're changing history, or is he really a scumbag and they were lying to us in the beginning? At some point they're lying to us. When were they lying to us? You know what I'm saying?
But again, it would go back to my point. Was it an honest mistake?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Right. Look, okay, if it was an honest mistake, that means all right.
I don't think fake news today is honest. I don't think there's integrity in it. I think people are doing it for ratings, for numbers, for monetary value.
No, and to push propaganda, and to push an agenda.
And writing a history
and
book.
To push an agenda.
And to push
That's
an
what
agenda.
fake news is, right?
And to change the course of finance,
medical stuff,
social rankings.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have those answers, Frank. We could sit here and be. Listen, if we just came out with some
these
outlandish.
things, I know we don't have the answers, but these things are good to talk about.
I like to be middle of the road. Where do you like to be? On all that, I like to be middle of the road. We could come out hardcore to the right or hardcore to the left, and we would have a whole group of followers. They'll be like, "You're right." I like to fall somewhere in the middle. I think that there are two sides that can have corresponding ideas, and maybe
I think there always is. There always is two sides,
right?
But
so that's why I try to watch.
But like,
I try to watch both.
But as far as Columbus goes in history, there shouldn't be two sides.
Well,
to history,
isn't it proven? Again, I think we go back to, and I'm going to fucking totally misquote here. It was a Viking. I forget. It was like Eric fucking
Erickson. Isn't that what?
No, it was like the son of Erickson or whatever. Yeah. But he landed in Newfoundland, so technically that wasn't America. So they're saying at the time there was there was no that's Canada now, but there was
that's North America.
North America, right?
America,
it was the continent of right.
Yep.
So they're saying he discovered not America, but the continent of North America, right? So is that true? I believe that is based in history and fact now, right?
But I'm saying though, as far as like I said, we were young. Christopher Columbus was kind of a hero.
Yeah.
Especially being Italian. He was like our only fucking, Italian fucking Columbus Day.
Well, Americans love to be guilty. Americans love to have guilt.
But listen, like, okay, so what is it? Is it okay, is it this? Is we were wrong, we were taught wrong and now they're taught real. Or were we taught right and now they're teaching them fake stuff? You understand what I'm saying?
I don't believe there is a wrong or right. I just think that.
What do you mean? We were taught something totally different than what they're taught now. So one of them has to be right or one of them has to be wrong, correct?
Correct. And when you can base it in fact, that is the correct answer. And I believe I'm speaking correctly in saying, basing it in fact, that North America was discovered by the Vikings.
I'm not talking about who discovered first or anything. I'm just saying the image that is portrayed as Christopher Columbus. Mm-hmm. When we were young, he was a hero. He helped discover America. Whoever was first, he helped discover America. He broke bread with the Indians. But now, what they teach in schools is that he was a fucking.
Do they teach that in schools?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know that they do that.
But then why do we know it now? Why do we know all this?
I don't know that they.
Why do we know this stuff?
I don't know that they disparage.
In history,
I don't know that they disparage him as.
Okay, maybe not in
college.
Maybe not in high school, but in college they're definitely teaching this shit. Mm. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever. In academic places, they're teaching that he wasn't what he was. So one of them had to be right, one of them be wrong. That's what I'm saying.
I always try to pull things back, no matter what you're talking about, to personal perspective. I always try to bring it back to me as best as I can. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I get your point about history and how important that is. But, I think a lot of things are based in guilt. That, America went through racism, an extremely racist time. It was slavery, all these sort of things. And a lot of what comes out today from people is you owe me something because your ancestors did us wrong. Well, I didn't do anything personally. Why I didn't even know my great grandfather, and why I personally don't have guilt on my shoulders.
Why did your great grandfather what did he do?
Well, I don't trace it back that far, neither do you. But there's
what do you do though, bro? Spill the beans, man.
No. I'm just saying in general, right? History. like people want you to feel guilty about what happened in history. Yes, I admit that it was horribly wrong, and I would never side with that, and I would never agree. But I personally didn't fucking do anything to anybody. You know what I mean? So like,
no, well, yeah, I don't think anybody's saying that.
Well, no, yeah, no, not a lot of people are accusing me, but a lot of people are saying, listen, you know, we want what do they call it?
Reparations.
Reparations. We want, but why would
I mean, but like you said, you like to look at it both ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to think the black community is definitely behind the 8 ball because of slavery. Don't you agree?
Yes, without question. It was a horrible thing behind the 8 ball, but I think a tremendous amount has been done to even that curve. You wouldn't agree with that?
Yeah, I think they've been doing a bunch, but don't you like? But they're still 50, 60, 100 years behind white people, right?
I don't know that I would say that. No, I mean, have you ever seen Morgan Freeman speak on it?
No. Well, no, I'm not like they have opportunities and obviously, but I'm saying I don't know, man.
Well, if we're gonna sit here and agree, talk about history, we're gonna be in 100% agreement about how wrong it was. We're gonna be in 100% agreement. But what I'm saying is, I don't have personal guilt. I don't have any personal guilt whatsoever. None. I didn't do anything to anybody.
I don't imagine you should.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
People have guilt
for what their ancestors did.
Yeah, I don't know. You suppose they there's a couple. I seen something where they do your lineage and they find out who your ancestors were, and there were some actors who found out that their ancestors were fucking
what's his name?
Slave owners.
What's his name? Fuck, he's like.
See, I'm good, bro. My family's from over there, so I'm all right.
I would think I'm good. I don't fucking know.
No,
a bunch
you
of
look,
fucking
you look,
hillbillies
you look,
from Maine.
you look a little racist.
We're not from the South, so
you're a little racist.
Shut the fuck up. You're talking about. Oh God, he. Why am I dumb in this room?
Sean Penn? Was it Sean Penn?
No. Fucking.
I don't think it's this room, bro. I don't think it's this room.
I'm dumb? You just think I'm dumb? Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. That's who you're talking about. Yeah.
Really? He's got a family that's
right. You found out and got all pissed off about it.
But did he fucking like rant, like vent?
Yeah. He was talking about how horrible it was and then somebody traced his lineage down and found out that I'm pretty sure I have that accurate. Found out his great granddaddy was a slave owner or something. Yeah. He did some serious backtracking after that, and pretty sure I have that accurate. It could be totally off base with that.
Probably, like we said, it's just not the room.
Yeah, you don't think we live in a guilty conscience America about what other country operates that way? You know what I mean? There's been slavery in every country, bro. Every country.
Yeah, since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time,
right?
America seems to be the most guilty country.
The most fresh. It's fresh. It's fresher,
here. Right? It's in the hundreds of years as opposed to probably thousands.
I mean, there's slavery right now, supposedly, right?
In every country.
Like right now, I'm saying going on right now. There's slavery, not in every country.
Talking about black and white in America? No,
I'm talking about slavery. Period. There's slavery going on in the world right now, right?
Of course.
Sex slaves and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know, but.
So that's what I'm saying, though, man. It's as far as like the fake news and being our kids' history now. That's just you wonder, and you wonder, like you said, have we been learning fake news and fake history?
How do you feel about like not saluting or saying Pledge of Allegiance or saluting the flag in school? How do you feel about that?
I think we should.
Bro, it's fucking. What do you mean you think we should? It's fucking America. Of course we should.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In school, I just don't like how it's like. I don't know. I mean, just
it's
make it like
America, bro.
But whatever. It's just making kids fucking follow the rules. Make kids follow the rules.
No, it's showing
part
allegiance, a loyalty
to
your country.
I know. I think you should have allegiance to something. Yeah. I agree. But I don't know. Borders, like I don't know.
Don't say I don't know. Speak on it.
I'm trying to
speak on it.
Borders. I mean, they also hold you back to unite and stuff. But we need borders, obviously. Fuck, we need.
Okay, so name any country, anyone you can think of, that doesn't have borders that are enforced.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
And we got the country that wants the most people to come in.
Like, if you look at it like you're fucking born somewhere.
Right.
You're born somewhere because you're born there. You don't pick that shit.
Well, no.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people want to come to. I think I know the point you're trying to get at. Right. Like America is definitely by far and large the most sought after country to get into. Correct. Well, the process is assimilation, right? When you come here, you assimilate. It doesn't mean you still have freedom of religion. You can still pick whatever religion you want, right? This is the great melting pot. And part of our whole heritage is that freedom of religion, right? So we're not saying that you have to assimilate and that you have to be, white Anglo-Saxon Christian or whatever, but you have to assimilate to our value system, our laws, our, so I have an issue with people that come here and don't assimilate. If you come here and hate America, don't fucking come here.
Well, yeah.
Get the fuck
that's
out.
Stupid.
And that's becoming more and more prevalent. People coming here and hating America.
But you have Americans that hate America.
Get the
that's
fuck
the fucking
out.
problem.
Right.
That I don't like. Yeah.
No, they shouldn't be here.
Just like I was saying, like we were saying last week with the Confederate flag. Like I don't like how. Why does the New Jersey guy have a Confederate flag? I don't understand that to me.
Listen, I don't either. I don't get it. But listen, do you agree or disagree that he should be able to have it?
Listen,
I would have no problem walking up to that guy saying, "You fucking backwoods redneck motherfucker, racist bitch, you're a bitch." I would have no problem.
But you just said, but what about the kids doing pledge allegiance? What, did you have no problem with a kid not doing a pledge allegiance?
This is America.
I know. Well, this is New Jersey, motherfucker. This is the North. You're gonna have this guy with a Confederate flag here? It's the same shit.
But it happened within the borders of America, right? Like the whole fucking Civil War was in the borders of America. So I think we're talking about kind of two different things here. Talking about being
so that's
showing
okay,
your allegiance to America.
But that's not allegiance to America.
Well, they're showing allegiance to half of America basically because it was
no, not really. No, because think about it. They were trying to. The Union was the United States. Was the America. So the South was trying to recede from us.
Correct.
So they weren't America. So that's like taking a foreign.
No, they were because they never actually succeeded.
But according to the North, which we were, they were trying to succeed. That's what they were trying to do. They're trying to make their own shit, right?
Right.
So in other words, that's a foreign fucking power.
If it happened, it would have been.
Well, yeah, but
bro, California's trying to do it now.
That's what I'm saying. So what's the difference?
Fuck California.
What's the difference?
What's
the difference of not?
I think it's sad. I think it's sad that if we're supposed to be all in this together. We're supposed to be all founded under one.
I'm down. Look, I'm down with it. But you're saying how this guy with the Confederate flag has that right, and he does have a right, and that's why we live in America,
because
right?
We have a constitution.
But this guy, the fucking kid that doesn't want to say pledge allegiance doesn't have that right.
Listen, I'm not saying you should force any kid to say it. If you don't want to say it, but what I'm saying is, as a whole, for schools to just stop doing it now, I think is wrong. I think that the school...
They stopped doing it? Did they do that?
In some places, yeah, definitely. I don't know about everywhere. I know there are some schools. I know my kid's school, which is a private school, I know they pledge allegiance to the flag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know there are public schools. I don't know about all public schools.
We did.
Yeah, I definitely did. Mm-hmm. It's the United States of America.
I'm down. I'm proud to be an American.
I'm proud
red-blooded American.
Fuck to be American. Proud as hell.
America.
Fuck
yeah.
Where else would you want to live?
No, I don't know. I do think of that, though. Do you think of that ever?
Nope.
You never think of that? You never want to live anywhere else?
I've been to many other countries and enjoyed them, but never been like, I want to live here.
I mean, I don't think I went to like a mainland country and said I want to live here ever either, but I've been to some islands where I'm like, I could live here maybe.
Could you really, though?
I don't know. That's the thing, no.
Could you really?
What I could have is I have a home there. Could I live there permanently? Probably not. But I could come back and forth. I could do that.
Yeah.
You couldn't?
Maybe.
Dude, I would come do fucking Christmas in Jersey, and then
I don't know.
And then that's it. Boom, gone, baby.
What
I would do is this. I would go June, July, August, September, October, November, December, New Year's Eve, and then from January till then, I'm on a fucking island.
Could you be away from your family? Could Renee?
No.
That long?
That I couldn't do either.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying, like, if
that's the one thing that doesn't tie me. I don't have any family around here, so I'm not tied by family. You know what I mean? At all, other than my children.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking. That's what I was talking about.
I couldn't do it because you could do it as a family. I can't do it. I'm divorced, and I have to. Well, I couldn't.
I mean, it's like, I would love to do something like that, but I mean, I want my kids to have high school and sports and all that. How the fuck you do that by living on an island and coming here half the year? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't work like that.
Right. Yeah. I think we're stuck here until.
Yeah, I don't mind. I love where we live.
Yeah.
I do.
I do too.
I mean, I don't know if I like the how everything's going. Our school systems aren't great, really, because they're taking money away.
There's pros and cons everywhere, man. I lived in Maine.
Everywhere, yes,
but
life. I mean, bro, they kill us here, bro. It's expensive as fuck here, man.
It is.
Think about if you made the money you made and you lived in the middle of America, bro. You live a lot different.
I got a little ranch house.
But I'm saying,
built in the 80s.
But I'm saying,
it's nice.
But you'd
My cousin's got a dope fucking house, like a fucking, multi-level house, brand fucking new, just built for the same price.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
crazy. But I'm not money focused. Lou, our normal producer, who's always in here, great guy, has been my best friend for 25 years. His saying, he just keeps it simple. Lou's a simple guy. He just says money's evil. And Lou's had money in his life. Lou owned a liquor store. Lou's not a pauper by any, he owns a trucking company now. But
I feel like people with money say that. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have money though. Not money like that.
No, but people that are.
I think Lou had a bunch of experiences in his life. I wish he was here to talk about it. Lou, we should have Lou sit in for like 10 minutes one day. But Lou's had enough experiences in his life because he's such a nice guy, where people used him for money that now he views as evil because he lost friendships.
Well, that's, I mean.
He's such a nice guy. People would be like, Lou, can I borrow 10 grand?
That's a little.
And he'll give him 10 grand.
That's
and then
a little. I don't know if this is word naivety.
10 years later, this motherfucker still owes him 10 grand. Lou's such a nice guy. He doesn't say shit, but he holds a grudge,
But that's not. That's a little. Is that a word? Naivety.
Naivety. Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, it is.
That's a little naivety. Then,
I agree.
Because,
I tell him that.
I mean, like, dude, he should fucking like pony up, boys.
Yeah. I'm a little bit behind on my credit cards, bro. Can I borrow 10 grand?
You get 10 grand. Damn, bro. This guy's fucking balling over here. You ever hear of CRISPR?
Mm-mm.
CRISPR is like the gene editing thing.
I mean, I know what it is, but never heard that term, no.
CRISPR, I think, is the name of it, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Like where they edit your genes like in the embryo stage.
Meaning you can design
like,
a human?
Well, I'm sure that's what they'll get to, or I'm sure they're already there.
Your mother is fucking right now like, God damn, I wish I did that. My 5'6" fuck up of a son.
I know, and imagine your mom right now. It's like, oh my God,
you
my
can't
kid,
take my own joke and use it against me.
My kid,
you can't take my own joke.
What do you mean?
Like
you're 5'6". You tell me I wish I could be tall. I mean, I'm sure your mom wished you were smart. You know what I mean? Holy shit.
It's true. I am pretty dumb once we get in this podcast room. I'm a fucking genius upstairs, though. I'm telling you.
Down here, he comes down, he makes a transformation.
I can't think of Ben Affleck. Yeah. I'm transitioning to a dumb ass.
But bro, like that's what I'm saying. This CRISPR stuff is gene editing. Like I think they made like I don't know if a kid, if they made a person that can't get AIDS, or like an animal that can't get AIDS or something like that.
Well, do you remember when like cloning came out? Right? Like
yeah,
they were
Dolly,
sheep,
the sheep,
they were
Dolly,
sheep, right?
Dolly, yeah.
That would they.
You don't think they cloned a human?
I was gonna say they
100% they cloned a human.
Isn't it basically what they're doing? Is that basically?
No, that's cloning one human. Now CRISPR is taking that human and making it like editing their genes.
Making a hybrid of.
I would imagine. Listen, if they can make you not resistant to AIDS, I'm sure they could be like, all right, I'm gonna make him fucking 10 feet tall.
They can do that. Make you not.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that. I don't know if it was an animal or a person.
When we were trying to have children, Jenny and I, so 6 years ago, whatever, you could spin. I guess it would be
embryos.
The embryo,
or
and decipher your gender, right?
No, it's probably this because the man makes.
The sperm. It's the sperm. Yeah.
The man.
You could spin it.
The woman's always X,
yep.
And we either are X or XY.
And you could spin it and decide your gender, which we thought was so high tech at the time. That was like 6 years ago. Now you can actually design a human. You're saying?
Yes, I mean, bro,
and it's legal.
I wouldn't be surprised if China's doing it. I don't know if it's legal. It's in science. It's in like I don't know what legal means. What do you mean? I don't know. Legal by who? Well, the United States. It's like in fucking China.
There's ethical laws to.
You think China has any ethical laws?
I think China's weird.
But do you think they have any ethical laws?
They're so super advanced in so many things, yet they're fucking eating bats and coming up with the coronavirus.
Yeah, and they also have like child labor places.
I know.
And shit,
it's so all over the place. China. They're so off the spectrum on one end, and so fucking.
Do you know who owns TikTok?
Yeah, China.
China, bro.
They say fucking be careful, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we say China...
You're going to have fucking dick pics out left and right,
I don't
buddy.
have any dick pics on TikTok. I got a couple of videos on TikTok. I'll tell you this. I'm going to catch a lot of heat from my girl for saying this, but she doesn't listen to the podcast anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll find out real quick. I'll find out real quick if she does. TikTok, I just downloaded the app, and I got a couple videos on there. I'm not even that familiarized with TikTok. But holy fucking shit, bro. They got the hottest girls I've ever seen in my life on TikTok.
What?
Bro, hang on. Take those fucking headphones off.
What do you mean the hottest girls on TikTok?
You gotta watch some of this shit. Hang on. I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna go to the very first book. Okay, this is just the first thing that popped up. Look at this shit. I haven't even seen her face yet. Is she hot? Is she hot? Hang on. What? That's the first chick. Let's see. Next one. All right, never mind. That's a dude.
That dude. That's
an ad. That's an ad.
Why'd you just send that guy a message?
All right.
I don't know how to do the TikTok, bro.
I swear to God, bro. Usually I fucking swipe this thing and it's just like a 10 after a 10 after a 10.
And not tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess no ugly girls gonna be doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm telling you.
I don't know
Those
about
dance tutorials, like.
You think? What if they made CRISPR like they made CRISPR like fucking Kylie Jenner, looking like CRISPR bitches?
Kylie Jenner's hot.
Do you ever see her before all this stuff?
Yeah. I don't like if you got the basic build, you can work with it. Doctors can work with it. You can do a whole bunch of shit. You gotta have the basic.
I feel like though
you gotta have the basic build.
Listen, people that get shit done to their face, they all look the same. It's like a doctor has one thing to go do. You know what I mean? One mask he makes. But I feel like listen.
I
don't
know if
I think a lot, dude. A lot of them look alike.
Look the
bro.
same.
A lot of them look a fucking lot. It's like, oh, that's that look. It's the fucking look. A lot of them.
If you started looking weathered, if you started looking like,
I'm pretty much there, bro.
You take how old are you?
38.
You take a lot of punches. You get hit in the face a lot. But let's say you started looking, I don't know, like Stallone-ish. Like you started.
I think he looks pretty good, bro.
Well, he had a ton of work, bro. A ton. Would you? I'm not saying surgery. Would you start with Botox? Maybe I don't. I've done Botox.
I thought about it, but I don't think so.
You don't think
honestly, what I would probably do with my eyelids are fucking from so much scar tissue. They hang a lot. I'll probably get them cut open.
Is that from fights or is that from sparring mostly?
No, I'm both.
Yeah, okay.
Both. When you get a cut, it just starts getting baggier and baggier and baggier. It's like fuck. I got mad eye meat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't get none of eye meat, boy.
I think they could just cut that shit out. I think.
That's what I figure. Yeah. But I don't want to have look like fucking
permagrana, like fucking smiling all the time.
No,
like
when your eyes are like fucking
pulled back.
Yeah. But like Kylie Jenner, I feel like she got the plastic surgery when she was young, so it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you kind of
when you're like 65 and getting it, you look fucking you look.
But even like some of them, like a lot of them try to look like Kim Kardashian. No,
listen, I've had Botox and I'll do it again because it does make you look slightly younger, but it's not like drastic. It basically gets
rid of the wrinkles.
You still have wrinkles. I've only got it in my forehead.
But you can't smile,
and
right?
I got it the last time. No, totally can. Totally can, bro.
It gets. What if you put Botox in your nuts, in your balls?
Oh, people do that, bro.
And they make it smooth.
Yeah, 100%.
Smooth balls.
I swear.
No,
my doctor told me that the last time.
But wait. Did when you get older, do your balls get wrinklier?
Do they get?
I'm asking you from experience. Do your balls get wrinklier?
No, they hang lower.
But do they get wrinklier like your skin?
No, I think the nuts because they hang lower.
No. But I'm asking, why do people put Botox in their nuts? Really, to make them smooth?
It's big in the gay community because they want like pretty nuts that aren't.
Get the fuck out of here!
I swear, bro.
In the gay community.
Swear.
Of course he knows. Of course he fucking knows.
My doctor told me this.
Of course, your doctor's gay. Your doctor's gay.
This guy's obsessed.
Obsessed. This guy's talking about. He knows what the gay community.
It's a good talking
He knows
point.
what's hot in the gay community.
It's a good talking point. And my doctor told me it. So why wouldn't I? It's a good talking point. What do you want to talk? Frank, what do you want to talk about? The weather?
Which doctor? I know which doctor. I know which doctor.
How's the weather over your house today?
His proctologist told him that. Your balls are just looking a little rough today,
Listen,
Raj.
I want a little, I'm doing this for you, Frank, all right? I'm injecting my nuts with some Botox for you. I'm thinking of you. When you're reaching back and you're grabbing those bad boys.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. This dude's wishing. He's wishing, bro. Look at him.
Oh, shit.
But imagine this CRISPR thing. I'm saying, like, athletes. Like, I feel like, say,
I can't believe it's legal.
They're going to make athletes like fucking super athletes.
I can't believe that's legal. I can't believe.
What do you mean legal? Who is the legal?
There is an ethical code in the medical community that can't do certain things.
In America, correct? Right. Not in the fucking world.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we were talking about America. Sure, it's being done right now. Then I'm sure. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Chinese people are fucking going to be the next best athletes.
Something will have to happen there. There'll have to be some worldwide
It's
agreement.
gonna be like we're gonna have a war from like the naturals, like us, like we're born like mother vaginal born fucking humans, as opposed to like these fucking petri dish fucking people.
We're gonna lose. If
yeah,
that's
no
gonna
shit.
happen. It's gonna be like Terminator versus. We'll definitely lose. But
you're right.
It's like I've always said, man. If there was a steroid, anything, baseball, UFC, or whatever, and a regular one, I would watch the steroid one all day.
Nah,
I would.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
Why do you say that? You say that because you're all natural. You're proud that you're all natural, and you're a real deal. But if the competition level, John Jones, great example, is he not? Isn't John Jones a great example?
Well, how so?
Because he's a fucking phenom of a fighter. Probably the great one.
Okay, what about it? What about
he's
it?
done steroids.
Nah, but he's kind of been like what do you call it? Not admonished. What is it? What's the word? Like he got. They said it was a tainted supplement. You know what I mean?
No, one.
No,
the picogram one, the latest one. The one before that was straight up Daniel Cormier one.
The one before that was. They said it was.
No, when he was supposed to fight Daniel Cormier, he had a significant amount insisted.
Bro, and they say it was from
dick hard pills. Yeah, I think he got away with that.
I don't know though. I don't know.
You don't think he slipped that one through?
They found the met.
But all he had to do was supply enough stuff.
True. Listen.
Look, he could be like, I took this, and you just keep fucking throwing shit at him, and they got to test all that shit.
It's pointing to, yes, all the evidence points to, yeah, he probably did something. But I'm just saying he got admonished. Admonished, right? Is that the word? Admonished? The fuck's the word?
I got it abolished? I don't know.
Abolished. Maybe not.
Let's try. Listen, we're gonna. Most of our fans are know that we're dumb. Let's not try to like take it up another notch.
Speak for yourself.
You're a fucking idiot, bro. I'm gonna pick you up over my head and take a picture with you at the end of this.
You're gonna get a fucking hernia, old man. Maybe hemorrhoids in the process. And then your fucking those smooth balls will be ruined.
I had a hernia. So I had an umbilical hernia for fucking a decade, probably more, probably 2 decades. And never knew I had it because it was a slight one. It wasn't like a huge umbilical hernia. It was just like a little bit on like one side. It was like a half a hernia that didn't protrude. And I never knew I had it. And then I went one day for, I have to do a physical every year, a yearly physical for, my CDL. So I went, and this is like maybe a decade ago, maybe not that long ago. I was with Jenny. Let's say 8 years ago. I went, and the nurse said, did the whole cough thing or whatever. And she's like, you have an umbilical hernia? And I was like, what? I thought it was in my nuts. I was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, you're a little, how your belly button has that little bump on one side. I was like, yo, really? She's like, yeah, but if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't protrude or whatever, your physical is good, no big deal. But then I became obsessed with it. I was like, holy fuck, I have a fucking umbilical hernia. I never knew I had it. My belly button looked the same for as long as I can remember. And finally, one year, because I have good insurance, I'm in a union or whatever, finally I was like, fuck it, let me go fix this thing. I almost wish I never did, bro. They had to put a fucking, not a wire mesh, but mesh in behind it. I was probably laid up for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days, nothing crazy. But that thing took forever to heal, bro. That thing took like 6 months to actually heal. And I think it looks worse. I look like I can park a fucking small Chevy in my belly button now, where before I look like I have a huge
and it didn't bother you at all, lifting weights,
nothing, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
You're a clown, bro.
I'm a clown,
Jeez,
bro. I'm a fucking clown. I'm a clown,
man.
I am.
You're vain. You're a vain fella. He's vain.
I admit it. I'm not that vain because I got fat and I'm still semi-okay with it. I'm not suicidal yet, but I keep using COVID as an excuse that the gyms are closed.
Yeah.
So I'm not that vain.
Not that vain.
Not that vain.
I actually had they call it a sports hernia, but it's the improper name for it. It's a core muscle injury.
I remember this, yeah.
And I was fucked up.
Caught you at your old house. I caught you when you're driving.
When I was rehab.
Walking up and down the driveway. I was like, what the fuck is this weirdo doing?
I'm doing my rehab.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucked up, man.
Yeah,
that was like,
you said that was like a motherfucker, yeah.
That was like 2 years. I had like
That's
this,
the one where Renee had to help you in the house or no?
Yeah.
Talk about
I had it for like 2 years, and I didn't know what it was. Like all of a sudden it would hurt the cough, like down by my low abs, and like my adductor tendons would hurt, which is like upper thigh.
You were fighting during this time.
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Who did you fight? Well, you had it.
Oh, I mean, you're right. Dude, like I don't know, 2 years worth of fights. So 4 or 5 people. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what it was, and I went to one time to get it checked out, and I drove up by myself to the city. It takes fucking forever to get to the city with traffic sometimes. So I drove up by myself. I had to park the car in a parking garage. The city is, and I'm walking, and it's fucking. It was like probably like a, I don't know, half a mile walk, not even quarter mile walk. But I'm like walking so slow. I'm in such fucking pain. I didn't eat anything because it was an early ass fucking appointment.
Supposed to fast for it?
No, it was just an early appointment. Early appointment in the city, and you got to leave so early to get there. You know, because everyone rush hour and whatnot. So I park. I go. I do my test. I'm like literally walking like so slow because to get to the thing. The guy gives me the things like, yeah, this and that. You have. He's telling me what I have. But there's a bone like right here, and then your low abs attach it, and then your adductors tend to attach it. And mine were pulling at all of them. Like so, I had tears in every part of that like triangle, I guess Right. And I remember leaving. He tells me how I left. I drive home, and I still haven't eaten. And now it's like 4 o'clock.
Left? Just that was a consultation where
he told me what was wrong.
Okay.
So then I come home. I'm in my car. I pull in my driveway, I'm in the garage. I pull in the garage.
Yes.
And I'm in the garage, and I'm like, I'm trying to get out, and I'm fucking having a hard time. I'm like, I call Renee. I'm like, yo, you gotta come help me out. So I get my way out, and I'm walking towards her, and she comes out, and I go and grab her, and I'm like, dude, the pain was so bad. I'm like, am I gonna pass out? I'm gonna pass out. Like I couldn't. It's probably because I didn't eat.
Now is Renee, because she's seen you in so many different states, is she able to stay calm and be like, I got you? Or she like freaking the fuck out?
I hoping I fucking hit my head when I fell. So I fell, and she actually caught me. And then I come to, and she's standing over me. I'm like, fuck. So I tried getting up.
So let me just understand. Who you call bitch, motherfucker? You fell and your wife caught you?
Yeah. She called my head. That's the first time ever in my life I passed out, ever. Right? So I pass out. She catches me, I guess, somewhat, and I remember waking up all over me, and I was trying to get up. Every time I get up, I got lightheaded. So I literally had to crawl into my house.
So you passed out strictly from pain, like overloaded
It was pain.
pain.
It was pain and probably from not eating all day. You know what I mean? And probably blood sugar was low. I don't know how that works. So I'm fucking literally. Every time I went to stand up, I started closing in. So I'm like, fuck. I literally crawled into my house, and I'm like, get me orange juice. I don't know why. I thought orange juice would help my blood sugar or something. So I'm literally fucking drinking orange juice, and I'm like crawling to my couch, and I couldn't roll. Like I'm on all fours crawling, and I'm like, wanted to go on my back, and I couldn't do it. I had to Renee, just roll me over, bro. So then I called my fucking doctor. I'm like, listen, I'm in fucking pain. I'm like, I'm in bad pain.
The guy you had just left.
Yeah. He didn't give me any medication or anything. I self-medicated with some friends I know. You know what I mean? And the next day, I'm like, dude, I need something. So I went up there the next day to get treatment.
You probably were better off self-medicating, bro, because the shit they give you is that
I got some
hardcore narcotics shit.
I know. I had some pretty good stuff.
Oxys.
Yeah, some good stuff. Yeah. And I needed it, bro. Fuck. And so I went to the doctor the next day. He gave me an epidural, like a cortisone shot, literally, in my fucking groin.
Not in your dick.
Yo, it was like a half inch above my dick.
What was more awkward? Getting that shot with the guy putting that, or the USADA guy coming into the bathroom watching you shit?
The USADA guy. 'Cause it's only him himself. He's looking me in my eyes and shit. That was fucking awkward as hell. You know what I mean? At least I'm in a room full of people, so
wait.
If
he's looking you in the eyes, you're looking back in his eyes.
Yo, I'm trying to make sure he's looking at my eyes, not.
Yeah, but did you have a moment? Was there a moment?
No moment.
No moment.
Yeah, the moment was me going. So I go to the doctor's, right, and it is a little awkward, right? And this guy comes with a fucking needle this fucking big, like 8 inches long. It looked like to me. And like I said,
Frank's 8 inches is about like this.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
So so he's put it in my pubes, because he goes in, he puts it it's called the perineum.
Just a heads up.
You know what the perineum? You know what the perineum is?
Up. Nobody has had pubes in the last fucking 20 years, but except for Frankie Edgar.
Right.
Go ahead.
You don't. Go ahead. Listen, bro. Listen. They're smooth balls, all right, and you're fucking hairless. But you're like a fucking one of them cats, and the fucking
hairless cats,
the hairless
with
cats.
all the wrinkles.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So he puts his fucking needle in, and now my dick's half out almost. It's not out, but it's half out. I'm fucking got a room full of fucking people.
You wanted it out, but he insisted you wear underwear.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, let it go.
I know the deal, brother. I know the struggle.
So he puts it in, right? And I'm like, it's hurting, whatever. I'm like, he's like, you're right. I'm like, I'm good. I'm holding the nurse's hand and shit, and then all of a sudden he injects the medicine.
And then it killed you.
Oh my God. I'm going, doc, take it out. He's like, wait. And literally I felt it like Yeah, dude. Like it was like
you get that warm sensation.
I was like, okay. I was like, I'm good. Holy shit, night and day. But I had to get that twice, dude. Twice, and then finally I got the surgery for it.
I've had the epidurals on my spine, wide awake. Everyone I've ever
had all them, yeah.
And that's lidocaine cortisone injections. You get that warm spit. But when they put it in,
no, not cortisone. That's different.
Lidocaine and cortisone. So lidocaine.
No, I've had a different one then.
That's what epidural usually is. But anyway, they inject it right into the herniated disc, which is already bulging, right? It's already a bulging disc, impinging on your sciatic nerve, causing all this pressure, causing all this pain, numbness, tingling, all this shit. And when they inject the liquid, I mean, what does it initially do? I get what this. It inflates, right? So this fucking thing gets big, bro. The first time I ever got one,
you feel it down your leg,
bro. I thought I could see the sweat. I was laying flat on the table with my face in one of the things. I could see the sweat dripping off my nose. I thought I was going to pass out. The first one I ever had.
I'm good with that stuff.
And I drove myself there, and I drive myself home.
Yeah, me too. I always do. I'm good with that stuff, though.
Yeah, I was
trying to make my heart rate.
It used to be a lot tougher. Yeah, I used to be a lot tougher, though. I'm not as tough as
I try to make my heart rate not even go up when I do that shit.
Yeah, me too. I like a challenge. I love a challenge. I love like a pain challenge. But at 44, I'm loving it less than I like at 24. You could have slammed me off a brick wall, and I've been like, bring it, more. Now I'm like, I'll take another option if I can. You get more of a pussy as you get older. No, I'm not saying you're a UFC fighter, but for me, pain is not as much of.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I can deal with. I think I can deal with it better now though.
If I have to, I can.
Like, dude, I don't want stupid shit. I'm not talking about.
I used to challenge myself, like how much can I take? But now,
right now, I got this dead leg, bro, bad as fuck. Yeah. And the best thing to do is to fucking massage it out right now.
Bro, you were limping like a motherfucker on the way down here. What's it from? Training today?
Yeah, I took an elbow there, I think.
Oh shit!
And it's like, dude, right in the lower quad.
You say you took an elbow there. You think so? You don't actually know because you're so in the moment.
Yeah, I felt it like halfway through the round. Like, it was either Ligori or another kid. Yeah. No.
Ligori strictly trains now to train.
Yeah, he's like my coach.
Doesn't want to fight ever again.
No.
That's tough, man. That's a tough.
He spars with me and these other guys.
I know, bro. But just to do that, you do it, and you feed your family doing it.
Yeah.
Ligori to do it.
I mean, he's my coach. I pay him to be my coach, stuff like that.
Right.
But he does it because he loves it, man. That's all.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, I suppose. But he's getting older too. Ligori's older than you, right?
No.
Oh no.
You would think though, right? You would definitely think.
Bro, he had a kid when he was fucking 12 years old, right?
So yeah, he's pretty young. He's pretty young, but he does look old, right, Chris?
Chris, I didn't say it. He said it, buddy. I didn't say it. He said it.
I mean, you look like you'd be our dad. So
I remember rolling with Chris. Chris was tough, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything, and he knew a lot. And
yeah.
I definitely am bigger than him. It didn't matter, bro. It never matters in that shit, you know.
The fights this weekend. All right, let's go over our picks.
Let's
go over our picks.
By the way,
right quick, my friend.
By the way, you're gonna lose.
Okay.
And again, we changed the bet.
Because I fucking give you whatever the fuck you want. I'm a nice guy.
No, not true.
I'm a nice guy.
You were excited about all three of them, actually. You were actually excited about all three. The last time, maybe you gave me one. You were excited about all three.
Okay.
You were.
So what? I forgot. Oh yeah.
So we got Stevens, Qatar. You picked Qatar. We got Cater. Sorry. We got
Cowboy and Pettis. You picked Cowboy.
No, I picked Pettis. We didn't bet on that one because we both picked Pettis.
Okay.
I picked Tony. I even picked Tony when it was Tony versus Khabib.
I know. I'm picking.
And
Gaethje.
I truly thought Khabib was going to win.
I'm picking.
And you're confident in it. So how am I saying it? How am I misquoting?
What's the other one? Then?
There's one other.
What is it?
I'll look at it. I'll tell you right now. Read them off.
What? Ngannou and Rosenstruck?
No, I picked Ngannou. Oh wait, is that it? I picked Ngannou. No.
Oh, no. Cruz and Cejudo.
Yeah, Cejudo. I'm Cejudo. You're Screws.
I know. You picked that one. Yeah. You picked that one, though.
Girl, these girls on TikTok.
Dude, this guy is
bro,
listen.
I'm telling you. These dancing videos, man. Listen, I just think like if they can dance like that, they can probably. But I'm happy in my relationship.
Well, he's a happy guy.
Look at this girl's nipples.
It's pretty impressive. So, all right. So you got Ferguson. I got Gaethje. You said Cruz. You picked that one too, man. Cruz Cejudo.
No.
I just said fuck it.
You definitely were.
I didn't pick Cruz.
Okay, excited about Gaethje? Yes or no? Excited.
Yes, I'm down with that.
I can tell you everything you said. He hits with power.
No.
Tony.
I'm down with. I'm okay with Gaethje.
Okay. I'm confident, and I'm going to even go and say that Ferguson's going to finish him on the ground. That's what I'm that confident in. I'm even going to pick the finish. How do you think Gaethje is going to finish? Obviously, probably a big power right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he lefty? He's a righty.
Righty.
Yeah. And I like Gaethje. I love Gaethje's warrior spirit. I love him. But we're talking about just picking fights here. I'm picking Tony. Tony's fucking crazy. I'm gonna tell
him too.
Yeah. Gaethje don't give a fuck. He don't care.
All right, but now, why are you picking Cejudo? I thought I was picking Cejudo.
No, I said so. You definitely said Cruz.
I said Cruz because you said Cejudo.
Danielle, actually, who doesn't follow any sports other than UFC. She's actually pretty intellectual when it comes to UFC. Says Cruz is Cruz is gonna win.
Really?
Yeah. So she's on board with you.
I don't know, man.
She says Cruz's footwork is gonna get it done.
And you got Stevens. I got Cater.
Cejudo's gonna dump him on his head a bunch of times, and
I don't think so.
He's not gonna outstrike him. Cruz is too good on his feet. But
it's just real unorthodox. Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, very. Which puts you in compromising positions.
Yeah, it could be, for sure.
And then who's the other fight? We got one other fight. There's
only
one.
Stevens and Cater.
Stevens Cater. I got Stevens. I think Stevens is too much of a veteran. He's got too many fights under his belt.
We'll see.
He's definitely got more than Cater.
Who do you think? You think Patterson be Cowboy?
I think Pattis.
Yeah, me too.
I love Cowboy. I really do love that guy. I love Cowboy more than I do Pettis, to be honest with you. But I just think Pettis gets back to his old ways, start fighting the way he used to.
Well, Pettis beat him already. No?
Yeah, with a body kick. Yeah, I think he does it again.
This is at 70, though, I believe.
Yeah, Cowboy's very suspect to the body. Very suspect.
Supposedly it was when he was at 55 though, because he has like half his intestines are gone.
Right,
or something like
from
that.
a motorcycle, dirt bike accident. Yeah. I love Cowboy. I love everything about that.
You know Olenek or no?
Nah.
He does that Ezekiel coach choke.
Oh yeah,
where you could you could mount him and he'll still get you.
Right. Well, Tony's good like that. I don't know if Tony.
Nah, he does Darce choke.
That's his go-to. But he's amazing from the bottom. He can fight.
This guy is talking about like he mounts you. You can mount him and he'll get you with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like a crazy. I don't know if it's grip or something, but he's going against Verdum.
Yeah.
And Verdum's a fucking ADCC world champion.
I'm picking Verdum on that one.
Yeah, me too. Yep. Definitely.
Too much of a veteran, too experienced to put himself in that position.
Well, just because this guy's best bet would be grappling and submission, and Verdum's a fucking
the
stud.
man on the ground. Yeah.
Esparza and Waterson.
Listen, Carla obviously held the belt for a very short period of time, and then she got taken out by Joanna. And I like Carla early on. I hated the outfit she chose to pick to fight that fucking
the Cookie Monster thing.
Yeah, no, that's Joanna as a Cookie Monster.
No,
right? Oh no, you're right. Yes, it is Carla. You're right. I'm sorry, but that the wrestling fucking outfit she had on.
Oh, the singlet.
But the singlet. Yeah, I liked her early on.
I'm gonna get you in a singlet.
I just think she's outclassed. She's just outclassed now by better.
By Waterson.
Better, yeah. The karate hottie, man. She's just a better fighter. She's just outclassed in this fight. Yeah.
Hall.
I listen. Of all the fighters that they call them hype trains that have all the hype, behind them as to be the next champion, Uriah Hall was that guy for a long time. I still think that guy can be it, man. He's still so fucking talented. I love Uriah Hall. I'm picking
Jacare.
Listen, both those guys, that might be fight of the night. That truly might be fight of the night. Great strikers. And that's on.
Jacare is more of a jiu-jitsu guy, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, but he's a great striker. You would disagree with that?
Yeah, no.
Great striker.
But I mean, what do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to stand up.
You think he's going to stand up with Hall? I think he's going to try to get him down.
Yeah, but
I think if he gets him down, he has a significant advantage on the ground.
Without a question. But
so why wouldn't he?
Do you think he gets Hall down? I think
I think he's going to try to.
Think he's going to wear him down?
No, I think he's going to try to.
Uriah's not Uriah. Hall's not. Uriah is not that suspect to gassing though, right? He's not a.
No.
Usually,
I think they're probably even on that aspect.
I think that's a very even fight. Could go either way. But I think
Hall's a little younger than Jacare. Jacare's a little long in the tooth right now, right?
I think that Hall pulls that off.
You think so?
I do.
I think that'd be a big win for him, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge win for him and get him back on the right track. I do.
I like him. Nice guy. Hung out with him a couple times. Yeah. Vicente Luque versus Price.
Price looked really good.
What's the fucking first name? Price.
He's looked really, really good in his last
Nico, yeah.
In his last 3 fights, he's looked
really
good.
So is Vicente looked really good too, bro.
I agree.
He beat Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Luque.
I'm picking Nico.
How about Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa?
I don't know those guys that well.
Bryce Mitchell's that hillbilly one from I think Arkansas, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's funny, man. I like his interviews, man.
Yeah.
He's fucking funny. He's like, come on, Reebok, give me some camo shorts.
Yeah.
And Rosa's pretty good. He's a Boston guy who fights ATT. He's tough. I don't know. I think they got some beef too. Mitchell's like a pretty nice country boy, and Rosa's like, I'm gonna fuck him up. He's like, man, I don't like how he say he's gonna fuck me up, man. That's really disrespectful. And Rosa's like, bro, we're fighting, dude. What the fuck we doing? What
are you gonna say? Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. And then Span and Alvy. I don't know Span very well, but Alvy, I know him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Alvy he's always interesting.
Smiling Sam Alvy.
He's always interesting at the fucking weigh-ins, because he's always smiling. Doesn't he usually present his opponent with a gift like flowers or something?
No, that's a different guy.
Is it? I thought that was Alvy.
He might do something silly like that.
He always does something silly at the
There's
weigh-ins.
one guy though at
I thought they drank the shake. Didn't they drink the shake, Alvy?
That was different. That was Corey Anderson fought the guy, Sean O'Connell or something. He always does funny
yes,
shit.
it is
He
Sean
did like
O'Connell. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. But I thought Alvy did some shit like that too. Maybe
I think he does something.
Yeah,
he might.
Yeah.
I remember, you know who Yves Edwards is?
Yes.
He used to bring like a snack and give you a snack and shit off your chips.
He's a legend. Yves Edwards is a legend,
Fuck
bro.
yeah, bro.
Legend, yeah.
You know, I remember being in college, like 2004, 2005, that my senior year, and I knew I wanted to get into UFC, so I would go to the UFC.com website, and I remember seeing, like, who would I fight? I'm like, who would I fight? 55 was the lightest. I'm like, damn, I got to fight 55, And I remember seeing, BJ, Sean Shirk, Yves Edwards, Josh Thompson. It's kind of funny because I ended up, training with Josh and stuff, when I got in. So
Josh got a podcast.
He does, with Big John McCarthy.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Just started following them, yeah. It's a good podcast. I see you guys like a lot of each other's shit.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He has family that lives in Toms River, actually.
No way.
Yeah.
No shit.
He was a great dude, man. He opened the doors for me early on. Like, I went out, after my second fight in UFC, I went out to AKA. I filmed the video. I stayed at his house, hung out with him.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, then I went out there and trained a couple times. Me and Chris went and stayed at his house for like a week or so.
No shit.
Yeah, super good dude, man.
Huh. Yeah. And then the football player is playing on that. He's the heavyweight is on that. I think he's the last fight.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that one, right? No. Yeah. He opens the main card. He opens the main card.
Not the main card.
Yes.
Is
he opens the main card.
Oh,
Hardy versus the Castro.
Yeah, Hardy. I'm picking Hardy on that one.
Yeah.
Picking Hardy. He's made a lot of mistakes in the past. He got a DQ.
The Castro guy got some power, bro.
Yeah, I'm picking Hardy. I think Hardy's hungry, bro. I just think he wants it. I think he wants to prove to the world, like, he's not just a football guy. He's pretty talented. He made rookie mistakes. He definitely made a rookie mistake. I don't think it was the last fight. I think it was 2 fights ago.
Where he need the guy.
Yeah,
legally.
when he was down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's seen. I know he had something like he did. He had that issue with.
Yeah. There was some payoff deal there that happened.
But I heard like some dude was the guy actually I fought. He beat his last guy. I guess the guy was real critical of him. They had beef, and then the guy said, I went and talked to Hardy's uncle or something, and he's like, he told me his story, and he's like, I have a different perspective on it now.
Yeah. It's all about.
So who knows?
It's all about how you're portrayed in the public.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. Well, so what about Francis Ngannou and Rosenstruck?
Ngannou all day.
Do you even know who Rosenstruck is?
Yeah. Ngannou is just he just hits with too much fucking power, bro.
This dude's a K1 level kickboxer too, so we'll see. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm amped, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fucking amped,
bro. That's a huge fight card. Listen, if all this shit wasn't going on, I'd be here watching it with you. I'd come over because nobody's had any contact forever. But this shit is still going on, and I got my kids this weekend, so I'm gonna watch it at home. But I'll be texting you, motherfucker. Believe it. I'll be texting you. Get ready to put them pink nails on, boy.
Bro.
Them press-ons. Them Lee press-ons.
Been in the salons for a while. I've been in the salons for a minute here.
They say, Governor Murphy said the last things to open are going to be hair salons and nail salons.
The last things to open?
Last things to open.
He's saying you fucking busted ass fools can't get shit.
He actually said, Frankie Edgar, you ain't getting your fucking pink nails this weekend.
That's all right.
Biatch.
Really? Why? I wonder why those places.
Because
does that mean like Pedro can't open?
No. I guess because they're the most non-essential of all businesses.
How is it non-essential?
Get your hair cut, bro. Your nails done. I mean, come on. It's kind of sort
your
of
nails done. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm good. I shape my shit up myself.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you don't have to get your hair cut. You can do it at fucking home,
But I mean, you don't have to get your fucking
liquor. You don't have to fucking get liquor, and liquor stores are open.
I see why
they're scared of prohibition, bro.
No, I see why they do that though.
They're scared of another
Well,
prohibition.
there's a couple different theories. Well, no, they said they don't want people sick and being in hospitals take up hospital beds. That's why.
From what? From
kicking, drinking.
Oh, from like
you know, alcohol is the only one you could die from. The only a drug that you could die from kicking, dry.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
100%.
Well, I didn't know that.
No other drug you could die from.
What do they call that? The DDTs or whatever. You know, getting off shit.
I don't know. I don't know about that. What do they call when you dry turkey, right? Is it called? What is it called? Dry turkey? Yeah. If you go dry turkey on alcohol, you could die. Cold turkey.
Yeah.
If you do that on alcohol, you could die.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Every other thing, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna fucking feel like shit.
I thought meth was the worst. I always heard meth is the worst to come down from.
Come down or to
get off of. You know?
Is it? But I don't know how is it. I think meth. Doesn't meth you do meth? You're up for like fucking 48 hours or some shit.
Coming off it, like when you put you in.
Do
jail,
you mean
people
like if you're addicted to it? If you're addicted to it.
Yeah. I didn't know alcohol was that.
Yeah, it's the only one you could die from.
Wow. So that's why you think they left?
That's that's what they're saying.
For alcohol? Yeah. For alcoholics, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think there's people saying they just want us, they don't want us coherent.
Well,
they want us fucking fucked up.
I don't think there's that many drunks in America. I just think that they know people will have a real problem with, we have certain inalienable rights, right? You start saying, like, we already went through prohibition once. They start saying, hey, no, you can't, the government says, the man says you can't drink. People are going to have a fucking real issue with that. So I think they know.
More so than you guys can't go to a park or a beach?
Well, no, I have a serious issue with that, but there's a lot of fat motherfuckers in America that don't. They don't could care less. I have a serious issue with that. That's my number one issue is parks and beaches being shut down. But speaking of that, I went to Island Beach State Park this weekend. It's because it's a state park.
The other beaches ain't open.
No, local beaches. Tuesday, Lavalette opens. Lavalette Beach opens Tuesday, but that's up to local. That's up to local townships when they want to open. Yeah. State beaches have just become open on Saturday, last Saturday.
Yeah.
I believe. So,
was it jammed up?
No, nobody out there.
Really?
Nobody out there. Yeah,
wow.
Nobody out there. I mean, I don't want to say nobody. When the beach, we went to the last beach all the way down.
By the
it was a guy fishing. Yeah, you could see the lighthouse. A guy fishing and another couple walking, and me and Danielle. That was it. And she saved a fish, and you'd swear to God she fucking delivered a baby on the side of the road. You know what bunker is? A bunker fish?
Yeah, they used to fucking catch
bait fish, right?
Yeah,
they're bait fish. They swim in schools of 10,000s, right? One washed up on the beach, but it was still alive, and a seagull came down and scooped it up. She chased this fucking seagull down on the beach, bro.
The seagull let go of it?
The seagull got scared fucking because it was a fairly heavy fish, dropped it. She picked it up and threw it back in the water and saved it. And I swear, she was so happy you would have thought she delivered a baby on the side of the road.
Listen, she made up for you eating the fucking goldfish.
yeah. She's like, Peter, take that. Yeah. True. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know Roger's going to try to eat this thing. Let me throw it.
The crazy part is she was standing right next to me when I ate the goldfish and could have cared less because she knew the fucking thing was going to die anyway. It was a feeder fish.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Hey, whatever makes you feel good and sleep good at night.
Shut up.
It's all right.
He's trying to make me the villain. I agree it was dumb to video it and put it on the internet, but if you're going to tell me that I have to feel bad for a fucking goldfish, it's not like I tortured the thing and stuck needles in its eyes. I just fucking ate it. You
heartless motherfucker,
I ate it.
Bro.
It gave me sustenance. It gave me life. Gave me energy. I walked to my car late that night drunk, and you know what gave me the energy to get there? That fucking goldfish.
You're disgusting.
Fuck you, Peter.
You could have went to McDonald's.
No McDonald's around there.
And ate a fucking innocent cow instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know, my man. I'll tell you what. Today, this weather's been good lately.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous day today.
Shit,
so Frank, a lot of times we only release once a week, and this has happened almost every week for the last month now, right? Our buddy Louie uploads everything, and then we post it on Monday, and usually Monday, right before he uploads it, he's like, give me a description. I fucking never remember what we talk about.
I know, I forget.
I never remember. And I'm like, Frank, what were our topics? 9 times out of 10, it's always COVID-19. I don't think we barely discussed that at all this time.
Really.
So what do we talk about this? Do you remember now? UFC fights. What was your name? Fake history.
Maybe,
And what was the term you had for designing a human? What the fuck was
CRISPR.
CRISPR. We talked about CRISPR.
And Roger's not too smart.
I'm dumb in the podcast room. I'm a fucking idiot. And TikTok chicks are hot.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be in a relationship anymore
The
after saying that.
The UFC fights.
Yep, UFC fights. Frankie took a huge needle in his dick. And what else?
And
Frankie's getting his nails painted this weekend.
Yeah,
pink.
we'll see. Actually, here I had some stuff. Look, COVID toes could be a new coronavirus symptoms. Doctors around the world are seeing a number of blood clotting related disorders caused by coronavirus that are harming organs from the brain to the toes.
Blood clotting probably from lack of movement, right?
Because we're fucking stuck indoors.
Right. I would think, yeah.
I don't know.
No, that happens a lot to patients.
All right, how about this? Ready?
Beds.
A study says mutant coronavirus has emerged and it's more contagious. A mutation in the novel coronavirus has led to a new strain viewed as more contagious than the virus that emerged from China, according to a study led by the Los Alamos researchers.
That whole fucking thing right there was unbelievable. I didn't think you could read that legibly.
Yeah, legibly. I could read that legibly. What you legibly is like my handwriting.
Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
all right. So, but yeah, it's kind of nuts, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What else, Frank? What else?
That's it, my man. I think we did pretty good here, buddy.
We wrapped up another one. 22.
Hey, let's
Deucey.
Let's do a little shout out from our Rory, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why didn't we think to bring this up? Good. I say I get dumber in the podcast room, and that is true. That should have probably been the kickoff to this. A lot of you guys remember. I think it was episode
9, maybe.
Something like that. We had Rory Hamill on. I've known Rory not too long, maybe a little over a year, something like that. And not even that well. I've kind of met Rory through friends of friends. Rory came on our podcast, and he was so gracious in doing so. He spoke so candidly about depression, spoke so honestly about his time overseas fighting. He got blown up, lost a leg, received the Medal of Honor, correct? Silver Star? Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor for sure.
Not Purple Heart, right?
Well, yeah, obviously, obviously you get a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, just an exceptional patriot of the United States. No matter how you felt about the guy or whoever had what to say about him, you could not deny that this man was a diehard patriot. Great guy. We really loved him, really enjoyed the interview, and was so candid and so honest and held nothing back. Rory is no longer with us. Battled a long battle with depression. We talked about that. You guys should watch that because I feel like, listen, I wanted to talk about this. I put a little post up about him. I never know what to do in those circumstances. I don't know whether, sometimes you post stuff like that and people are like, leave him alone. This isn't about you. I really try to make it about him and honor him in some way. And maybe you don't need to do that publicly. And here I am doing it on our podcast. But I spoke about it in my text format, describing who he was and the podcast that he was on and my feelings towards him. And I spoke about depression. And I just left it at depression. Well, someone chimed in, I should say, in the comment section, and they didn't let it go. They went on and on and on about mental illness and mental illness. And my retort to that was, I truly don't feel like Rory or myself, who were both in the same position for a long time. I battled a little bit of depression after my divorce, and I never have been in that mindset my entire life. I can't say that. Maybe one other time I was in that mindset. And we talked about that pretty candidly, and they kept referring to it as mental illness. And I simply went back and said to this person, I don't know that Rory was mentally ill, or maybe was, maybe wasn't. But what I do know was that he battled depression, and I'm comfortable with just calling it depression. And she said, depression is mental illness. What is your feeling on that? I think that any person, you included, Renee, your children, my ex-wife, to anybody, can fall victim to depression, but doesn't necessarily mean you're battling a mental illness.
I just think depression is a form of mental illness. Doesn't mean it has to be a long-term diagnosis. You know what I mean? You could have mental illness for a short period of time just through depression.
Too over encompassing that word mental. I think it's too over.
I mean, look, a mental illness. You could have. I mean, I guess a lot of things would fall under mental illness.
Right, which is why I don't feel the need to over.
I don't think it's. I think it's just like a.
Do you think Rory would classify himself as mentally ill? I personally don't. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I mean, he said he had struggled with mental
correct.
depression.
But couldn't all those things?
I think he would have. I think he would have.
You do. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I do.
Perhaps. Listen, I like to be enlightened, and maybe I've been enlightened here. I didn't.
I don't think you're being wrong.
Deny that person's right to feel the way they do.
I think depression. I mean, depression is a.
So
when you're bipolar,
am I mentally ill, or did I go through a phase of being mentally ill?
You maybe went through some PTSD.
No. That's not the question I asked you. I want to be very clear and very precise. Am I mentally ill?
PTSD is a form of mental illness. Yes. I imagine
there's a lot. Then there's a lot that's.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot that is associated with mental illness.
So do you think it's possible from a person to go from birth, right, the day they're born, till the day they die, live a full life? Let's say they live average male life, I think, is like 76. Let's say. Do you think it's possible from a person to go from 0 to death, a natural born, normal living life, and never be depressed?
Negative. No.
So everybody suffers from mental illness then?
No. Well, I just think the level of depression has to come into play.
Oh, so we're on a grading scale now?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, because I mean.
So what grading scale would you classify as? See, this is where it gets confusing.
Listen. I'm not trying to be insensitive too. Enough that someone's willing to take their life, that's fucking mental illness.
That's not insensitive. That's
you know what I mean.
Okay.
That
would be the defining characteristic.
That's obviously the end of the spectrum.
Okay,
but there's a beginning of that spectrum too.
See, I think that's where you get into the spectrum of how big and all encompassing it is, and where you define the thing. That's why I would just prefer to simplify it and call it. I know for a fact that Rory
you don't think
dealt with
depression is a form of mental illness?
Not necessarily. I think that any human being, and almost all, I think I'd be I feel very comfortable saying, at some point in their life, go through a battle of depression.
Right, and that's a form of mental illness.
So then everybody's mentally ill.
Right. Okay. No. For that. When you get sick, when you get the common cold, that's a type of sickness, correct? It is. Okay. It's a type of sickness.
It's a type of
and
sickness
you get better.
Almost unavoidable.
So depression can be unavoidable.
What are you asking me? If
depression
everybody
is
gets
unavoidable.
sick, I'm comfortable with saying that everybody gets sick in their life.
Right, and that's a sickness, right? And it doesn't mean it has to last forever.
Right.
Sickness comes and goes, right?
But the word sickness, the descriptive
illness,
characteristic
illness, whatever. You have an illness.
It's very all encompassing of every. I don't think that
you have an illness that makes you cough. All right. Okay. Now you have an illness that makes you depressed. No. How's that different?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? It passes.
Maybe.
It passes. Maybe. That's why I read that book, Try, when they talk about like PTSD is not supposed to last forever. Mm-hmm. Everybody has PTSD when they have a traumatic event happen in their life, and they go through the phases of that whatever, how long it lasts. That's why, like they're saying, like people that have PTSD now, like these soldiers that come back and they have PTSD for such a long time, they think it's not really PTSD. They're just missing the camaraderie of being in their fucking platoon or whatever it is.
Isn't that sort of my point, though? That is, you're saying it's not really PTSD. I'm saying I'm saying it is. Now I'm saying it's not supposed to last forever. Just like a sickness doesn't necessarily last forever. Yeah,
unless it kills you, right?
Well, and in this case, unfortunately,
right.
Unfortunately, it did. And you know the saddest part about all this for me, despite losing such a patriot and such a, in my opinion, a great, really just honorable guy, I really liked Rory.
He was a great guy. I mean, I only got to sit down with him that time. On our podcast, we texted a few times after that.
Mm-hmm. He just texted me maybe 3 days prior, checking in on me. How you doing, bud? How are your kids? It was crazy. But my point is,
what made him?
Because I went through my bout of it, which maybe lasted on the let's call it I'll go on the wide end of it, 6 months, right?
Okay, 6 months. Now look, during that time, were you yourself?
That's an odd question. Was I myself? Of course, I'm myself.
No, but like, were you?
Was it my normal self?
Yeah,
what you meant to say. Who the fuck is normal? What is normal? Define normal.
Okay, and you're So
yes, I
in
think
your 40 years,
I think.
Were you like how you were in the rest of your other 40 years?
No, but isn't
you weren't.
Isn't that what life gives you all the time? So,
but you were mentally sick.
I don't.
You're mentally ill.
Maybe
at that point.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're just scared of the word. No, I don't think I am. I just think it's too all encompassing of so many things. I think you can narrow it down to. I just trying to simplify it as that any human being, any person, can get depressed and go through a bout of it and not be mentally ill. You know what I mean? But again, I could be wrong.
You're trying to just label it something that you're just worried about this label, I think.
Okay.
Right? You know? I mean, like, mental illness, like, dude, being a fucking...
I feel like
being a pedophile is a mental illness, right?
I feel like...
being a pedophile is a mental illness.
I disagree. I think that's a choice. I think that's like these fucking coward men.
Whatever, yeah.
I think it's a choice.
Okay.
I think it's like these coward fucking men who cheat on their wives and say, oh, I'm a sex addict. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to do it. I'm a sex addict. Yo, motherfucker, I'm a sex addict. It's a choice. You make a fucking choice to do right or wrong and do your significant other right or wrong and fucking cheat. And you listen, you think I don't want to bang 3 chicks a day? Listen, you're going to lie, motherfucker, because your wife's upstairs. You think you don't want to bang? You don't do it, and you've never done it in your 17 years or 16 years of being with Renee because choice. You make right choices. You make the right choice. It comes down to choice. Fucking Steve down the street from me that cheated on his fucking wife is no more of a sex addict than I am. Fuck you, Steve. You made a choice and you hide behind this excuse that you were a sex addict.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
I'm a sex addict.
Yes and no.
I'm looking at you right now. I'm a sex addict.
Look.
Bend over.
Look. But like, there's people that like with opiates is a big problem. There's some people that could do an opiate and not do it again the next day.
Well,
there's some people that do it and have to fucking do it the next day.
But we've talked about this, and this is my personal take on this, and we've talked about this. We talked about it in detail. Yes, but the first time you do it, in your head, you fucking, some gears turned in your head, and you said, listen, this could be some real bad shit for me, and this could turn out bad, and I could become an addict, or this could be fun for me when I want to do it. I've done drugs, okay? For me, how I'm programmed, how I'm wired, how my personality is programmed, it was a choice for me that I could do it and walk away from it and never care again. For many people, it is not. For many
that's
people,
what I'm saying, though.
But you fucking made the choice the first time to do that fucking shit, and you had to think about it. You had to. But
okay, what if your first time to do it was like Brett Favre?
I would never feel bad for myself and say,
no,
poor me.
What if your first time to do it was like Brett Favre, where he fucking did it because he needed it for pain management?
I'll bring it more personal. I'll bring it more closer. Jesse, who became an addict because he was prescribed from the VA.
Right, exactly.
I'll bring it even personally more closer. I would look Jesse in the eye and say, but, you know what I mean? The first time you went outside of getting it from, which most of people do, from getting outside of that legal, recourse, and you opted to go make a fucking illegal buy. That was a personal choice that you chose to do, and you risked your future for it. And because I love Jesse so much, of course I have sympathy for him. Of course I love him. Of course I want to get better. But you made a choice. You made a cognitive choice in your mind to do that, and you went down a rabbit hole. You know what I mean? I went down that rabbit hole, and I don't have that addictive personality. It worked out well for me. But I would never say, poor fucking me. I made an elective choice to do that. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of, I guess... Maybe the whole sentiment of this whole fucking podcast is...
I feel like I've definitely made all the right choices because I could have made some bad choices. We all could.
Yeah.
But sometimes circumstances matter. It's gotta. Sometimes circumstances matter.
I don't think I would argue with that.
You know?
I don't think I would argue with that.
You don't know.
What your circumstances in life, what do you think, good or bad? In life, generally speaking.
I'm not complaining. I had good circumstances.
You have a relatable story, man. Let's talk about it real quick. We'll wrap up here in a second. Let's talk about, you have a relatable story where... Talk about, and I don't think a lot of people know about this, and I spoke to you off air about this. I don't know how comfortable with you, but a lot of people don't know that your father, your biological dad, passed away. A lot of people don't know that whole story. You want to speak on that real briefly?
Yeah, I mean, me and my dad, my parents got divorced when I was like 7, 8 years old, I think. My mother got remarried around 9, something like that. Mm-hmm. And my stepfather's a big part of my life. You know him.
Of course,
he comes all the fights.
Big Frank, yeah.
It's not like me and my father had a strained relationship, but I mean, it was tough. He drank a little bit when growing up. He lost his license several times, so I was always put a little restraint on how we could see each other. He lost for like 2 years at one time, then 10 years at one time. So that always made it a little tough. And as we had kids and whatnot, we we got closer, as I had kids, we got closer. But
I met your dad. Nice,
yeah, a good guy. I'm still close with that side of my family here.
When I say met Freddie's dad, I mean his biological dad. I've known his real dad for many. Well, I say his real dad. I met the dad that raised him, Big Frank, for many years. Terrific, great guy. Goes to all Frankie's fights and stuff. But speaking about your biological dad, you have a situation that's very relatable to a lot of people out there. And you never really talk about it. I don't think most people know about it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think 50% of America gets divorced.
Correct,
so I've been in that. It was a weird situation just because, like when my parents got divorced, I remember the cops came to my house the night it all happened and shit, fucking big blowout fight between my parents. I was young. My dad getting arrested and shit, and then I didn't see him for like 6 months later, which I don't know whose fault that is. My mom's fault, my dad's fault, who knows. But it was a little weird, you don't see your fucking, my dad was my hero at that time. I didn't see him for 6 fucking months, and then they're like, hey, we're going to the movie. Like, all right. It was fucking weird, Yeah. And then, obviously him losing his license throughout the years, it was just tough, But, I'm glad we got closer towards the end because he passed, untimely. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. He died 63 from esophagus cancer, which, like I said, he drank growing up his whole life. He smoked pretty much his whole life. Stopped at 50. Started working out. He was trying to be healthy, and then it just caught up to him. But his mother died from the same thing at 63, so that kind of scares me a little bit.
Wow. Same age?
Same exact age.
Wow.
But they're both smokers and drinkers, where I'm, not so much.
Oh, even your gram?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow, yeah. I just thought that might be an interesting story because I think it's relatable. A lot of people out there, certainly, like you said, I think the percentage is even higher than what you said. I think the percentage is higher than 50%. And see, if we had Lou here, he could fucking Google it.
After this, I mean, shit, it might be even higher.
Hey, listen, I contribute to that. You're still hanging tough over there, but I contribute to the stats on that. So I'm divorced,
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, bro, to be married and stay married for that long.
Yep. Can you imagine yourself not being married?
I'm not. I'm
not trying to get you in trouble, man. But what would you do if you got divorced? How would you live? What would you?
If I got divorced, how about if I didn't have kids or a wife?
No.
I want to go that. I like that. I like that. I like that scenario.
That's like the dream scenario. You got kids. Could you do what I do and do joint custody and split your time with your kids? Could you do it?
I'm gonna have to, right?
You have to.
I want to be in my kid's life, so no matter what.
I feel like you.
I would.
It'd be tough, but I feel like you're the type of guy. You're like me. You do what you fucking got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, especially just being in. Like I said, it was tough to see my dad. I was like, every other weekend and once during the week. Yeah, that ain't fucking. Right. That's not how I want to be around my kids.
Yeah. No, me either. That's why. Yeah. That's why part of the reason my divorce got crazy because.
Right, and that's God forbid that ever happened. I'm sure that's the route I would like to go. Right. But. It's probably better off we just, I just say yes, Renee, yes, Renee,
yeah, baby,
yes, Renee.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Are you good at that? You good at saying just yes?
Fuck no. No.
All right. Well, I think on that note, we'll end it. Renee, we love you up there.
Hey, just drink one for Rory, man.
Yeah, Rory.
Yeah, miss you, buddy.
You sat right there, right where Frankie's sitting a month and a half ago, something like that. And it was an honor to have you on the show, sir. You are, as I said, a true American patriot, and we have nothing but respect for you. It was an honor to get to know you outside of this podcast, spend some time with you, and thank you so much for giving such an honest and integral interview. And if people haven't seen it, I think it's episode 9. Check it out.
Yeah, episode 9. Checked it. Yep.
He's comes from a very, very honest place, and
it's kind of eerie. You're gonna listen to it, and you hear him talk about these situations actually.
Well, listen, man, because I went through it. We talked about depression, and what I remember saying to him, I don't want somebody else to tell my story. And when you concede to the demons, which I came close to doing, you kind of leave it. So I said in my post, I will always speak of you with great integrity, and I will try my best to tell your story and honor your story, and not because you don't want to leave it up to other people to tell, be like, he. Like that person, I take a little umbrage to. He was mentally ill. He lost his battle with mental illness, and I just think that he succumbed to weakness in the time. And I'm not totally convinced that COVID-19 didn't have something to do with that. And the social distancing, guy can't get out. You can't really go out and see people. You can't really.
You're right. No,
you know what I mean.
Supposedly suicides are up like crazy.
You got all these veterans that that it helps them to be around fucking society and people.
It's like AA or NA.
You're telling me, Rory, you fucking try to tell me that guy did not enjoy sitting on that couch right there, being down here, sharing his story and believing, and he did, helping people, telling a story, and you telling. And he hasn't been able to do that for the last 2 months.
No, and just sit down with his buddies and talk.
What did he talk about when he was in there? What's the other thing he did? Right, motivational speaking. He talked to cops. He talked to colleges. He enjoyed that.
Yeah.
For 2 months, he hasn't been. That's why I say, man, this crap has got to end, bro. It's got to end. This is fucking America, man. It's got to end. It's ended in so many other countries. If we're the leading country of the world, let's get us back to work. Let's get our beaches open, which I think is finally happening. Get our parks open. Let's start the thing, man. And I'm saying that in honor a lot. I mean, it's my personal perspective, but in honor of Rory.
Yes, sir.
You know.
All right,
Frank. Enjoyed this with you, buddy.
Or wow.